What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. And this time around, it's Snip and Synchro. Let's go! You can't stop. Synchro and Slip Shot. You rocking with the homies of Asgard. You can't stop. Synchro and Slip Shot. You rocking with the homies of Asgard. You can't stop. Synchro and Slip Shot. You rocking with the homies of Asgard. You can't stop. Synchro and Slip Shot. You rocking with the homies of Asgard.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I am Slipshock, and I am joined here with my co-host, Synchro Jam. What's going on, brother?
Hello. I am in a great mood. I'm feeling great today.
I'm glad you are. Nah, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good. So while we sitting there talking, while I run my mouth, whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and swap the battery out, because that's what happens right before the show. You're supposed to make sure your battery is charged, but you don't.
Yep.
Because I'm not professional. But I want to start off before we bring our guest in, because we got a guest today. First time.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. Synchro is gonna take. I'm gonna leave. And I'm just gonna leave him.
Wow. No.
I'm not gonna leave him. But we got a guest, and I want to talk about it. Give him 2 seconds. He just joined. What hero, DC, Marvel, overall comics in general, do you want to see a video game or TV show that doesn't already have one? Go, Synchro.
I just made a video about this. What are
you have about? 10.
I have. You know what's funny?
Then you have 10 to choose from. You have 10 to choose from.
I only listed 9.
And you put
it's 10 in the title.
Debated.
I did. I only found this out when I was going to edit that in a TikTok form, and suddenly there's only 9, and I'm like, wait, did I miscount? Yeah, I just straight up can't count. I'm really dumb. It's great, but top of that list, really simply put, I guess somebody like, oh man, Daredevil's so basic, but it's true. That guy's cool.
But the thing about, okay, so I'm going to agree with you about Daredevil, even though my top pick is always Blue Marvel. We've seen that when people were modding Sifu and things of that nature, just how good a well played or well created and developed video game for Daredevil would be. Like, just imagine a real game the way that hallway scene was in the movie, in the show, and in the actual Sifu game. That right there would be perfect. All right,
yes, I agree.
So now I got same question for Mr. NASA, and yes, I see you. Welcome to the stream.
How are you? Thank you for having me on. I'm sorry, I'm getting over COVID. I'm not sure if I had it. I feel like over the last 2 years, everyone has had a run-in with COVID where we're not sure. Yeah. Did we have it? Didn't we? I am in my 3rd bout now with COVID, and I've been lying down to keep my nostrils from overflowing like a faucet for the last 72 hours. And I finally feel good enough to talk, and just in time, because I was really looking forward to being on. Thank you for having me. The question, which hero would I... Forgot the rest of the question. What was that?
Which hero, DC or villain? Yeah, it doesn't have to be a villain. It could be a comic. Okay. Character in general. I'll give you that one. Character in general from DC, Marvel, or any independent comics you might know, or anything like that. Would you want a TV show or video game for?
Okay, well, Quake aside, because that's obvious. Some media out of a comic hero. See, well, I'm one of those that's like, oh, well, manga are just comics. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not one of those believers in they're totally different, blah blah blah. If I ever refer to manga, I rarely say manga. But so with that in mind, but that might open the pool up too much. There's actually one that I'm thinking of. It was, I believe it was published by Dark Horse in the mid 2000s, and I think it was called Harbinger.
Oh, that sounds. I
I
need to know now.
I had a couple issues of Harbinger lying around when I was younger. It was very much that like doom and gloom 90s aesthetic. Think like post Spawn, you know what I mean? But there was something about it that was kind of cool.
And
Where's Harbinger?
is it
That's
like
a great
okay?
question.
Does it come from Valiant?
Sure, that's the name.
Looks like it. It's the one I found too.
Yeah,
So
I don't know why I was thinking Dark Horse.
the first, just tidbit about that. The very first like comic appearance or whatever is on eBay for almost $2,000.
Oh wow, Harbinger has some fans.
Like, geez.
Yeah, I'd say if I had to give a more measured response though, probably and this is I always say like James Cameron had his Avatar. Like he had this one project that was pie in the sky in the back of his mind that he's like, once I get so bankable that I can just fart out any elevator pitch and people can, like write a check for $100 million. Once I get to that point, that is the movie that I want to make. And a lot of filmmakers have their avatar in mind. My avatar is a Cyber 6 live action film. I think Cyber 6 is incredible. It's an Italian comic from the early 90s. Very pulp. It gets a little porny in parts. It's out there, but it is so cool. It's got like issues of like gender politics, but it's like a very mature stance. It's got that 90s take on like, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, it has a very like Argentinian post World War II kind of feel in general, but like a very cavalier approach to like Nazism and issues surrounding it. Like it's from a different time, but now that nobody says cyber sex anymore, you can make it. Because for 20 years you couldn't make it. There was no way. As long as the word cyber sex was in the lexicon, you could not do anything with cyber sex. But now it's gone.
Yeah.
Now we just e-date or we e-sex. So perfect. Perfect.
Much better.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cap, what's going on? Yeah, I mean, I feel like in this day and age, we can do those type of things. If I mean, of course, we we did get pushback, but we got like the Captain and the Winter Soldier. Kamala is coming out. We have Moon Knight is coming out. Was dealing with like
Well, you heard about Captain the Winter Soldier, the edit today, apparently.
yes, that bothered me just a little bit. Oh, you didn't hear about it, man?
No. What happened?
Yeah. They the scene where the scene where
Yeah.
the scene
know
with
the
the
scene.
blood. Yeah, they took the blood away.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
They've ruined Falcon and the Winter Soldier even further.
Here's my thing. I'm going to go watch it back after this because I want to know. You took okay. They was able to edit that part out, right? I want to see if they could edit out Sam wiping the blood off the shield, because if you able to do that, if they did that, that's just like what was the purpose? Because that was such a symbolistic part right there. It was like I understand, not understand, but I can see why they would take the blood off of that part. But if you see Sam wiping basically a dirty shield with someone's blood that shouldn't, like a blood of innocence, that is a symbolic thing right there. And if you take that away,
It's toothless.
just take
Like,
the whole just take the whole series away.
We're approaching like Marvel comics that are a very different beast in terms of tone. And I mean, we look at the comic inspiration of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and that was a big turning point for the MCU. And there are scenes in that are heart-wrenching because of how it touches on those comics, and that the gravitas of that material. And we worry moving forward with that content is it's like that's the kind of shit that big studios don't do. You know what I mean? Like I don't know that you want to do that, and it's like no, we're doing it. Here we go. We've got Moon Knight just around the corner, and that was something that for 10 years in the MCU was like they're never going to get to that. It was like the example of like, well, they're never going to do Moon Knight. You know what I mean? Well, here they are. And what's with the review embargo lifting this morning, we're just a couple hours away from it premiering. It's like it gets a little gory, it touches on those subjects, but maybe it doesn't go as deep as it needs to. You know what I mean? Like you get kind of a cursory touch, and some things come off haphazard because you've got like personality disorder issues, and when you brush that over, it reads less like it's a fact of life and more like that is how someone may deal with it, or ergo not at all, and just try to live their. You know what I mean? It's borderline counterproductive. It's such a sticky subject, and having them now turn, because I thought after Falcon the Winter Soldier, frankly, to me, I loved it and I hated it because the entire Carly subplot was absolutely worthless, and the entire thing was a punchline for like politicians. You need to do better. And it was like, oh, we're all friends now. Like it was like, wait, we're the war criminals back? Like he's just cool. We're just cool with the war criminal now. Like. Huh? What? Well, now evidently not. Now he didn't kill anybody. Now he just injured him greatly. They did it.
Now he's sleeping. He's sleeping.
Exactly. And so it's like, oh, that's the direction we're going into this now. Now
Like that-
I am worried.
Like that one scene in what is it? Was it Free Guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yo, he's sleeping. That man is dead. He's just really tired. This is what it is. That's exactly what they did. It was like, that was a good line in Free Guy, so let's just put it here. Let's just do this here over there. I
go ahead.
I
was gonna say I wasn't worried for Deadpool before, but I am now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I don't
Because,
think
like-
I don't think they're gonna completely pull their punches, but I think they will to an extent. Oh, 100% no. Yeah.
I wonder, is it because the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was kind of on Disney Plus with because I know like when they not move it over to the, I guess, the Defender part of it, because like you have to have like a pin number now to log into Disney Plus. If you have the like adult controls on, you have to have a pin number now. So it's like, what was the purpose at that point? What was the purpose to separate that if you were going to start censoring it little by little, like no one's going to notice?
I mean, I like that idea. If you put in the password, you get the content. If you don't put in the password, you get Russia. You know? Like, the gay kisses are edited out. There's no blood. Like, boom, you're good. No skeletons.
It's better. It's weird
Yeah,
that they don't
I
do that
mean-
here, though. Like, I don't think we have any parental controls on Canadian Disney Plus. You just have
Oh no.
Criminal
because all
Minds
y'all
right
so
beside
nice.
it.
You logged into Disney Plus in Canada for the last 2 months, and you just got a full page ad for Pam and Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They don't care.
I'm,
They don't care here at all.
I'm not joking.
It's great.
Like, oh, it's heaven. Huh.
Then I'm coming over there. All right, Synchro.
You're welcome.
You know where
You're
you at.
welcome here.
There you go. There you go.
By the way, I
do
apologize
it.
for eating. I've
Oh,
got
please.
some leftover Batman calzone. It's the final week of the Batman calzone
is?
at Little Caesars, and I had to get one more in. I had to.
I personally,
You sound so sponsored.
I'm
You
not.
know
That's
what?
the thing. I just love it.
get Little
like-
Caesars there. Like he needs the ad.
I
And
respect
like
it.
it's always
I respect
something.
it.
It's like, oh, the new double Hulk burger at Burger King, or like like I don't know, like the fantastic mozzarella sticks at Popeyes or something. You know what I mean? Like whatever the hell that bullshit is. I love that shit. I don't know why. There's something about it that just tickles me, even beyond the food. When they did that stupid X-Men Days of Future Past commercial for like, who was the internet? It was like T-Mobile or something. I don't know. I love that shit.
I don't remember, but yeah, it's
I,
fun.
I love how expensive it is for no reason. Like they advertise it with like a budget in the 7 figures. Why? It's a hamburger. Like it makes no sense, and it's only around for a month. Like, what?
Yeah,
It's
doesn't feel
amazing.
cost effective.
Oh, I adore it.
Oh man. Speaking of free Marvel promo, you went to the set of Secret Invasion. That was such a bad segue.
That
No,
segue
come
was.
on.
Hey, listen, that segue was good, man. It was class. All right.
I tried.
No, you succeeded.
How was it really? That's really what I'm asking is just how do you feel? Was that worth your
Oh,
time?
I felt sick. It was cold. I hated it.
Is that why you're
Um,
sick?
Yes, I believe so. It was either that or the person that I was with coughed in my cup when I wasn't looking. Those are the two options. I mean, when you get a, like, I think they call it a cold because you get it because you've been out in the cold, right?
Yeah.
Well, Synchro knows
He's cold.
here in Canada, the temperature, like, from any, like, from the bottom, from the, what is it, the daily low to the daily high, there's like a 20-degree difference Celsius. Like, it is like all day. You're out there for like a couple hours, you get sick. That's why there's no dumb assholes running around with selfie sticks like me. I'm the only one. And that's why I keep getting sick doing it. It sucks. But I did get the hot scoop, and it was pretty cool. I got there, there was nobody there.
Right. Right.
And to the extent that I'm like, oh, excuse me. To the extent that I'm like, did I get the right place? Like, I was like, I trust my source. And chat was like, it's not the right place. And I thought, like, you're freaking me out, chat. You're freaking me out. Like, if I came to the wrong place, you know how far out of the way I am? I'm in Scarborough. Like, if they're shooting downtown right now, by the time I get there, they're done. Like, this is gonna suck if I got trolled. And then, sure enough, oh, news starts breaking. They are there. And I got the hot ticket. Oh, it was great. I was the only one there. And then there were a couple girls who really wanted to get arrested, who like tried to sneak in. Oh, it was amazing. I thought, because there's a dance studio right beside the studio, like across the street. And so cars often park there and they wait for their child to come out of dance class, or they come out with their child and they bring the child in and then they go back to the car and they leave. And I'd been seeing it for hours, and I'm walking up and down this street, just pacing, so I'm not loitering. And at one point, this car stops, and these people get out, and the one's like running, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to get accosted by a small child. Here they come. Oh God. And then they stop right in front of the like security sign at the fence. And I'm like, oh, they're fans. And then they start like taking selfies and stuff like at the security, at the like do not trespass sign, right? And I'm like, oh. And then I found out they're all adults. I thought it was a parent and child. But then those were the girls who ran in and tried to get arrested. And it was a lot. It was a lot. But what I am hearing and what's going around is that they will be back. They really quite enjoy their relationship with that studio, and they intend to continue it. So they will be back. I will be back. And I'm excited to see if I can't. The most exciting thing I found out was that a production assistant lost her jacket in one of the equipment trucks. And I don't know if she found it. I don't have quite that level of insider access. I can only do what I can do. But
So what you're saying is the jacket is currently under your couch.
I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny. But what
Hey,
I
you know
will
what?
say
I won't
is
tell nobody.
I'm gonna bring a spare jacket next time, just in case.
Yeah.
Just because you never know.
Yeah, true. Maybe you need to wear it too, and then you'll be feeling better
yeah,
afterwards.
just for me at least.
So
But the
how,
best
like,
part is it's a short distance for two from a Taco Bell. So
Oh, yeah.
you know,
That's so
be a little
convenient.
snack. There you go.
So how hyped are you for Secret Invasion? Like you've been there, I know you didn't get as much as you wanted to because I'm pretty sure you want to just see Chloe Bennett walking through there. That's exactly what I was watching for. I'm sitting there like,
Well, we
you
did
know,
spot someone. I'm 100. I caught two things like genuinely that I found interesting, but neither were like a smoking gun. One was a car that they were used in production, so it had like no license plates. They drove that off the lot. I caught that car. Um, Another was there was somebody, and it didn't really show up on camera, unfortunately, but I did catch the car. Like you can see it. It just you can't really make them out through like the tinted window in the back. But I say it clearly as there's this car stopped at the lights and they're like really jonesing to go. Like they're like, come on, come on. And the person in the back seat is like doing this shit. And I'm like, oh my God, that is someone, that is someone. And I couldn't make out who it was though, because like I swear, these were like illegal window tints. Like some of those window tints, like you couldn't see anything through it. I barely got just the figure of the person like that, and the car like really like revving like this. And the second that light turned green, they peeled off.
it
So
just
it's
knew
like,
somebody was waiting for him to slip up. They just like,
mm. So I'm
You
pretty
never
sure
know
I
with
caught
that stuff.
someone. That or a child coming out of dance class really didn't like me. But
it's like, what is this creepy guy sitting outside for? Just get down. Just get down. Just get down. These two people are just out here. We don't have no idea why they're here. Just get down. Just hide. If you pull something or whatever, at least you know you be down.
yeah. I mean, the optics of a grown man running around like outside of a dance studio, like a children's dance studio with a camera, I get it.
Oh no.
But I was on the other side of the road and I was never pointing my camera in that direction, to be clear. So,
It's like,
call. Good
listen,
call.
listen.
mhm.
I'm not here to do anything. I'm here to try
Yeah.
to like to see if I can see somebody I know in this Marvel studio here, not like accost your children. So chill out,
Exactly,
relax.
exactly. But with that said, I am excited for Secret Invasion. I'm a little worried about the scale of it. I'm increasingly worried about the scale of it with the TV shows. Like A, they're not long enough. B, they're not like to me like the 6-hour films we were promised. Period. Like, can you imagine? Literally, just thought experiment. Doctor Strange 1 is coming around, right? And we've had these Disney Plus shows for like a year at that point. So they're like, oh, we're going to do a Doctor Strange TV show. And that's how you're going to meet Doctor Strange. And it's like kind of what we're going through right now with Moon Knight, right? So it's like, no, there's no Doctor Strange movie. We're just doing a Doctor Strange TV show. That would not look 1/10 of how it does. They'd be sitting around in the hall for most of it. They do like an Inception kind of thing where they like, I don't know, build a set and put it on like a motor where they can kind of twist it and do that kind of thing. You know what I mean? That'd be about it. Like, it would not be anywhere near what it is. And I love what they've done, and I love smaller scale storytelling within the Marvel universe. But to me, it's like they're pinning big stories on that scale, and I'm not a fan of that. Like Secret Invasion, the TV show, no thank you. And not to mention, from the sounds of it, that's not what we're getting. We're getting like Secret Invasion prequel, the TV show, where it's like basically setting up the Secret Invasion storyline of the comics. That's word on the street at the moment.
That's an interesting choice.
And it kind of comparable to if you look at WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness as like a House of M-ish, you know what I mean? Within that framework, WandaVision is more set up for what you ultimately get. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think they're trying to do a sort of like adjacent storytelling, like optional storytelling in a way? Like, because obviously at this point, the MCU has grown to a point where it's pretty difficult to catch every single part of it unless you're diehard, I suppose.
Mm-mm.
But
Yeah,
it's not casual.
That's
I
true.
guess, anymore.
I mean,
So,
I
how you feel?
I get it. Like, WandaVision, it does feel like by the end of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, you are expected to know what happened. Like, a lot of it won't make sense. But at least for the trailer is trying to be like, did you see WandaVision? You have time to go watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think it will be. I mean, I don't know. You ever see those MCU watch lists that are like, I just need the essentials. Like, I wanna see Endgame, and I only have 5 hours. So what am I watching? You know what I mean? Like that
Nothing.
kind of thing. And you have people say like, okay, watch Iron Man, skip everything else, jump straight to Age of Ultron, then like da da da, and you're like, wait,
That's
what?
crazy.
Like, you cannot skip that one. Like, when you're going through it in your head, right? Like that. That's always going to happen regardless. Someone's skipping something.
Yeah.
But so I don't know how much stock they put in that. Frankly, I think there's a lot of hubbub around that, and it seems to me like less so from a production standpoint, especially considering we're getting character introductions in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So, sorry to cut you off, Synchro. So,
No.
what I think is going to be, and it just kind of the feel that I was getting, especially from all of these things going on, and from like how they talked about it right at the beginning, was this is more of a, like you were saying, a Jason thing, more of a, bonus. If you watch this, then you get more depth into it. But if you don't, it won't detract from you watching it. I think that's the reason why the new Captain America movie is still going to kind of, quote unquote, as they said, put him to the test, or make him prove he's Captain America, even though he's already done that in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I feel like they're going to kind of touch on that in the movie. So if people don't want to watch the movie and they want to watch the show, then they'll still kind of be there for it. They won't necessarily be like, okay, what am I missing? How did this happen? How did now they gonna miss how he got that dope ass suit unless they throw a line away like, hey, maybe he'll see Bucky and like, hey, yo, thanks for getting that suit for me from Wakanda or something like that. Something like really stupid throwaway thing that's like, well, when that happened, just to put this, let's see.
I mean, the business goal of the Disney Plus series is to get people to subscribe to Disney Plus. So I think it's in their best interest to continue funneling people in that direction, however they may. I think any insinuation to the contrary, to me, just seems like trying to put out a fire that isn't there. Like don't worry. Like, you don't have to have seen everything. Like, casual viewer, don't worry. But like, you absolutely will. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on one side where it's like I don't think we should have to. The people that should have to know everything, but the same token, if you're a fan of it and you kind of want to know where it all connects to, like that's me personally. Some things I didn't care for, but I'm like, if it's a connection into the overall movie, I want to be able to know what's going on because I don't want to have like questions that have already been answered, and then come on. Somebody asked me a question about it and it looked stupid because I didn't watch the thing. So it's like that's kind of how I am when it comes to that. I guess I'm an overachiever when it comes to that, but I mean I still watch The Flash for that specific reason. So
0.1%. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, exactly.
I
mean,
think
like-
there's going to be an amount of people that aren't going to watch anything, even if it's like they're going to skip movies or they're going to skip TV shows, and it doesn't really matter what it is. So I think that's going to happen regardless.
Like, they've been to the US Senate in the MCU. It doesn't mean you have to take a civics class to watch the MCU. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it would help your understanding of that process. Absolutely. But like, nobody would say like, watch this 30-minute YouTube video on how the US Senate works. Like.
Shut up, Jazzy. Shut up, Jazzy. All right. All right, Synchro, take it away, big dog. This is your show today. This is yours.
Hey, no,
Yours.
Cap.
Yeah. It definitely is your
Miller,
show, man.
Hold on, I'm reading a tiny little number. Miller, you're on day 88 of 365 of a year-long stream. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
I'm just checking in on you. How you doing, buddy?
I don't know anymore.
Man, do the hydrate real quick.
There
There we go.
Honestly, thank you. I have been live since the clock struck midnight on January 1st, 2022.
A long time.
And it's bizarre. Everything that doesn't happen in the bathroom happens on stream. minus like maybe 5 minutes having to come in and out of my apartment in specific situations. Yeah, it's cool and bizarre, and it sucks, and I hate it, and I love it. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not gonna know how I feel about it until like this time next year. 100%.
Yeah, that's fair.
But my honestly, my biggest fear now is whether or not I can finish. Because like, I don't know. I'm worried about like money. Like, you know, there's a lot going on. I wish it was just this, how lucky it would be. Frankly, I wish I'd done it a year earlier. But,
Ooh.
you know? But I don't
Yeah.
know. Honestly, if it ended next month, I'm happy with how it went.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy it didn't go further, but like I think I could have done more, but I definitely could have done a lot less. And you know, we got some good times in.
I will say this, as you know, a previous Twitch streamer myself, and you know, dealing with a lot of inside of other like groups and things like that. You have been live 88 days, and that is probably in the time frame longer than a lot of people has like their entire stream like careers. You know,
Yeah.
there are some people who go a couple hours a day and then shut up. Okay.
That's all I can. That's literally all I can stand. If
know.
I were to do like a full day, I think I would die. I can't. I couldn't be that guy. What the hell?
Sir, that's because you
I'm
work.
not.
Is like I couldn't do it,
Yeah.
man.
There's not much to. I mean, like, the weirdest thing is how easy it is. Until it isn't. You know what I mean? There are times where you're like, your body really needs to feel something. Like you're like you have like something bad that happens and you can't process it because you're stuck in that, you know, like you're on stream or something and you get a text and maybe it's bad news or something and you're like, chill out, like, you know, we'll play this out and then I go deal with it. You know, people can think of situations like, or like, God forbid, like you get diarrhea or something, you know what I mean? Like, you know, something interrupts the stream that you're like, deal with it and then handle it off stream. You're stuck in that mode. You can't turn it off.
Yeah.
And so I just like, this sounds super dramatic, but like I woke up the day before I got sick, I woke up and just fucking cried. Like I like beat the fuck out of my desk. Like I was like barely on camera, like nobody noticed, but I was pissed. Like I really wanted to break something. I got so emotional over just like random shit. Like it's
That's
a mess.
fair though. Like I get it.
And I'm a quarter of the way through.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I will say about that, and is you know, whether it's 10, 15, 25, whatever, you have built yourself a community that will like cry. If you gotta sit on the couch and cry, I'm pretty sure people gonna ask you questions about it, but you know, like I don't think anybody's gonna bother you about it because at the end of the day, no one, until someone understands, like till someone does the 88 days, until they do it themselves instead of the same way, no one can truly like understand that. I mean, some people, hell, even the reality TV show people, whatever, at some point they do stop filming. At some point, it is
Exactly.
you know, so it's like not a single person so far, unless someone else has done this type of thing, has been into that thing. So it's like you're doing you're doing something that no one else has done just yet, and so you have.
There is a Norwegian gentleman who is doing the exact same thing that I am doing.
How many days you got?
It's exact same as me. In fact, because he's in Norway, he's ahead of me.
Oh,
And on top
cheating.
of that, there is a girl in the States who started in November. And,
Okay.
And
Listen.
I'm just praying they both get banned. Like,
hey, listen. We're gonna pull Encanto and say we don't talk about Bruno with them two. It's you. I don't know him. So therefore it's you.
Oh, I barely think about them. I used to do Norway check every morning, checking in. How's he doing? I was pissed when he got shower cam. I'd struggled with the bathroom cam, and then he did shower cam.
Bruh.
He showers with swim
though.
trunks. He showers with swim trunks.
You're
Like
not getting clean. That's
I
kind of
can't
not.
compete
That's
with
too
that.
much. I
I
don't think
like
you
Nah.
should, honestly.
Nah.
my cameras aren't, well, actually my cameras are waterproof, but I don't think the things that I stick them up to the wall with are. I'd have to actually drill it. I don't even own a drill.
You know what? That's for OnlyFans. Let him do the OnlyFans things. You got the rest of it.
Oh God. Oh, I don't know what. I don't know. It's a lot. But
Okay,
I'm
so
just
go ahead.
I'm doing it. I'm keeping on keeping on. You know, you get good days and bad. Some days I can have this, it's not even a numbers thing anymore, which is the fucked up part. Some days I'm high, some days I'm low. Just roll the dice. Today I'm feeling really good because I've been like half dead for the last 3 days. So I'm in heaven. Just have Synchro hold up the camera. Okay, we'll have Synchro hold up the camera. We'll have High Roller with the boom mic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got a whole system.
Ugh, that's
We
so
got
funny.
what else? We got to get some ring lights going there. So I'm not that far. I go ahead and pick up some ring lights from Best Buy, and I'll be up there in a few hours. They'll be all right.
There we go. There we go. I
So
want to
so
go down
funny.
actually to the States in June. I want to go to Chicago. It's I'm hoping. I got you. Please do. There we go. See,
I'm gonna make this a whole production. Okay,
it's a brotherhood. It really is.
listen,
What about Stardust? What's he gonna hold? This
these
L.
nuts.
Hey, he's not invited. We don't
No,
invite Stardust.
he's I don't know, at the end of a rainbow. You know, he's all the way across the pond. He couldn't
Yeah,
if he
that's fine.
tried. But I mean, if he'd love to come and hold a boom mic, we can find one for him.
Even if it's
You
just for
know?
show, you know.
Exactly. He can just
Hold it. Pretend he's
why
involved.
not? All right. So any regrets? Like I'm pretty sure aside from like the
Not doing it live
basically
scrolling, you said.
24/7.
Oh,
Yeah, like
I can think of many.
then
I have a really bad tendency of leaking my address. Like, you
That's
go
a dangerous
online.
thing to do. I feel like, especially after a
terrible.
year-long stream.
Okay, if you've never streamed, you don't know this, but like every freaking website now wants to tell you where you live. Every website. Google.fucking.com is like, do you live here? Do you live at this house? This one? This one
like,
right here?
This the door?
Like,
Where's the key?
you're
Is the
just,
key
you
under the
Google, like, is this bump dangerous? And Google's like, oh, you live at this house? That one? Like, I didn't ask that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, oh my God, like every website, it doesn't matter. You go on Amazon, like, it doesn't matter. It's not like you have to go into your orders or like that. No, every page on Amazon is just like, here's your address. Like, every fucking website just wants to tell you where you live. It's like, I know where I live. I live there. Like, I don't need a reminder where I live. I know. Like, the only thing that you're doing is assisting my stalkers. That's the only thing you're accomplishing. And you're doing it well. Like, really. Like, and the messed up part is, though, when you do it, you can't, like, draw attention to it. Because once you've drawn attention to it, like, I have a whole layout, like, things are zoomed out, this, that, it's a whole thing. Like, people, I fainted on stream, people didn't even notice. I've got health problems, it's a whole thing. I fainted on stream, people didn't even notice. Like, so people don't see my address if it's on screen. So I'm like, scroll away from it, don't mention it, don't bring it up for at least a week. Like, you know what I mean? Because nobody's digging through a week's worth of VODs to find something like that. Not happening. You know what I mean? Like, no way. They can't even scroll to yesterday to clip something. Like, no. So, but it's like so awkward because when you do it, you have to immediately poker face. Like, you can't react. So it's just like, oh, here's my address. Here is where I live. Would you like to go there? And you have to be like, scroll. Like, get that away from the camera. But
I remember
oh,
when
sorry,
I remember
please.
like last week. Is it last week or week before last? Hyrule was having some issues with his audio, and I'm just sitting there, and my man goes to his settings, and it's just his whole ass name. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
See, that's why I had to say my name, because I'm like, I'm an idiot. Like, that name is gonna be everywhere. Like, you think I could be like M3562? Like, ooh, no way. Like, I gotta be Miller, because I cannot hide it. Like, the very first video I did was with Hyruler, and the first thing I said was like, I am Miller Ross. Because I was like, let's just get that out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. Like, I'm not telling you where I live, but I'll absolutely tell you my name.
Not on purpose, anyway.
I mean, whatever. I mean, now I'm finding out there's all these other leakers around in different communities. They're all about the name. I was late to the name. Like...
Chassis, you just said like 30 seconds ago.
Jazzy's playing. Jazzy knows my name well. Jazzy moans it at night. But,
what's going on, Hyrule?
what's that? I just wanted to get closer to the people who watch my stream. Aw, it's nice to meet you, friends.
Very wholesome, very cute. Yeah.
The more they the more they could kiss me.
Jazzy's, oh my god.
Wait, your actual name. Jazzy, you better be kidding me right now. I also showed my address when I pulled up my pizza order. Exactly, Hyruler. Everyone wants to show you the address. Now I got cameras all around my apartment too. So every time I got my phone out, I forgot too. I've got my phone beside my bed when I sleep, right? I've got an overhead camera like pointed down at me.
Oh no.
Okay, so I didn't realize on iOS, if you're on your lock screen and you scroll to the side, there is your fucking GPS.
Wait,
right
what?
there.
iPhones
There
are
it
dumb.
is. There it is. Oh, scroll to the right. Scroll to the right. Scroll to the right. From the lock screen.
Slip's like, how do I do this?
Yep. Do it.
Oh yeah. Hey, but you know what though? But you know, mine is. Holy shit! It is.
Like, everywhere wants to tell you where you live. It's like, I know.
like this shit.
Exactly. It's like, that does not benefit me. The only thing that helps with is people who are stalking me. That's the only thing. Like, I am never going to see that and be like, oh, that's where I am. Like, no, I will open up the fucking Maps app. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need... So I got to delete that or something, because I thought, how many times have I been absentmindedly, half asleep, scrolled with like my fat fingers or whatever in the middle of the night and just showed my camera like, here's my GPS while I'm sleeping. Like, seriously, you thought I was joking? No.
What are you talking? I thought you were talking about to watch. I'm like, but what do you mean? Then I'm like, as soon as I turn right, I'm like, oh yeah. But then I thought, I'm like, because it was like scroll down, so I'm like, okay, just say Chicago. And then as soon as I say that, it goes right to the things like, oh, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I couldn't believe it.
I've slightly doxed myself with my first name. And it's like, it's a generic ass name. It's Anthony. Who cares? But it's mainly, I never really did it on stream, so to speak. But I've did it on one video, and I didn't notice it because normally, because you know I work in IT, so when I answer the phone, I'm almost doxing where I work at, which screws me up. But it's like, oh, I'm Anthony from IT. How may I help you? And so I was doing the intro video and did a whole ass video, and it was a quick video, so I'm like, whatever.
Oh.
Didn't even edit it, put it up, and was like,
that was your intro?
that gotta come on now.
Yikes.
Amazing.
It was something dealing with
shit.
like I think it was the MCU skin or something like that. I'm just like, let's say it's a Spider-Man skin. I'm like, hello, this is Anthony from IT, and here we have the Marvel Cinematic Spider-Man suit. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, it's like 2 minutes, whatever. Throw it up there. Not even put the intro up there. Throw it up there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, I get 5 or 6 views, and I'm like, my name is right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Come
I
on
say
now.
embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace
For
it.
real.
What's your name,
Make that your
Synchro?
intro now.
Dox yourself, Synchro.
I could tell you my full name. There's that 1,000 of them. You would not be able to find me. But just because I like a little comfort, I
Oh, a
won't.
little
But I'll tell you, my first
mystery.
name Jake. My first name is Jake. I don't care about that. But like,
See, but there's so many options. Is it Jacob? Is it just Jake? You know, you've got.
it's
Oh,
it's
you don't
just
need to
Jake.
specify. Oh,
I can't wait to
I don't care about that.
Jazzy,
It doesn't matter.
no.
There's so many. I was out here with my full name. Like,
Hey, here's the thing though. Someone in the community could dox me, technically.
I could.
How?
I could.
Wait.
I got it. Don't ask. I know it.
Wait.
not the stalking. He's like, I was watching your sleep stream and you scrolled. Now I know everything.
Well, I don't. You're good, Miller.
Oh, I'm
Anyway.
undoxable.
Exactly.
But we already know exactly who was the one who could dox me. And just so you know, real quick, hold up. You know, Fortnite streamers. Go ahead and put that
Oh.
J-Shock blast in the Epic Store. He said if I get him $100, he'll give me 10. So
Wait, he charged you $100 for 10 stickers?
no, I see. If he gets $100 on his
Oh.
Epic thing, then I get $10 of it.
I thought you meant okay, my bad. I thought you meant like he charged you $100 to send you 10 stars. I was like, damn, Jay.
Hey,
That's bank right there.
Wow.
what? No, if we could talk about boomers, see, here's the thing. One day, the Homies of Asgard is going to go real, and I'm going to talk about IT stories from high school, from hospitals that I used to work at, because some of these doctors be nice as hell to y'all, but they just be talking to us like we to help. And I listen.
True.
I'm from the South Side of Chicago. You're not gonna sit here and talk to me like I'm your privileged child, sir. Listen. I get into the job, I will slap the shit out you. I don't care if you're a neurologist or not. You might have the money to sue me though, but don't you talk to me like that. I came and help you. You the one can't sign into your damn computer.
Well,
That's
it's a
my
good thing
fault.
you're a doctor.
I've had people get mad at me because they can't sign into their computer. It's your password. How did you forget it? It's yours. I can reset it
People
for
are
you, but I'm
stupid.
mad because I don't have it.
Oh, I love doctors that are computer illiterate. That always tickles me. Oh, it's like you operate on brains, and you're like, "What's a taskbar?" You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what? Like, oh my god,
Swear.
it always gets me.
Pretty simple in comparison. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you mean to tell me that you just got into somebody, took out their whole ass heart, put it back in, and you mean to tell me you can't sync this print into your computer? Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come
Like,
on.
did you just recently have to use computers? Like, is that a new introduction to your practice? Like, you're like, I have to use these now. I've waited this whole time. Now I have to. Like, is that today? Please tell me that's today. No, that was 12 years ago. Okay.
I don't really get mad at people about that. Like, you're a professional, you're a professional, but the ones that make me mad is the ones that get like ignorant and stupid. Like, okay, if you're gonna be stupid about it, you just changed your password yesterday. And you yelling at me about it?
Yeah.
Like, sir, you called in. You forgot your password. It was set by me yesterday, and then you yelling at me like it's my fault. Go talk to your manager, big dog. I don't want to talk to you no more.
And the thing about that is like hospitals are crazy because like I thought about working in software in hospitals because like a lot of hospitals need software, right? But hospital
Probably
software,
all of them.
exactly. But a lot of hospital software is outdated as shit. Okay, like so old. And if they do update, everyone's gonna complain about that. That's for sure. So like, I just didn't feel like touching it. That's not.
Do you
that's
do you
not
know
fair.
the Dewey Decimal System?
That's a library thing, right?
Mm.
That's a
Well,
sorting
it's not
books?
exclusively a library thing. It is a universal sorting language.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it to sort anything. It's an incredible system. And they taught it to a trained monkey on PBS in a matter of hours. So, yeah, back in the 90s.
It's a fun fact. I love it.
It's mechanical.
tell me
There's
that.
a methodology to it. So
Don't tell me
yeah,
that.
I get all the nurses being crotchety about upgrading because the Dewey Decimal System's been fine for 50 years. It'll be fine for another 50 years. You know, I get it. I'm right there with them.
I'm going to give you the show back in a second, dog. But
you're good, man. We're having fun. That's what matters.
Funniest thing, right? There was this way back in the I think like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. There was a sleep lab where they, it's like a neurologist thing, and they bring people in and watch them sleep, and check on their brain function, things like that. That whole system, the whole ass system, is on Windows 95, and at least till
So is the brain. Honestly. I'm sorry. It was worth it to me. I don't know if it was worth it. The viewers are watching this like, shut the fuck up and let the man talk. I couldn't resist.
It's priceless because I've never seen anybody in there under 50. So I couldn't. It's not like, but like, it was funny because we did one computer. Mind you, I was ahead of that project, so we did one computer, changed it from the 95 it was supposed to be to Windows 7 at the time. That was when Windows XP was going out completely, and we needed to put to Windows 7. I was there for 7 days trying to get all of that working with that one computer. We was like, yeah, we're not doing this no. Nope, we're done. Just take this off the network. We're done. Cause that was back when what was that one malware that was out there plaguing. What was it?
Oh, that one that had all the headlines.
Yeah, it was like just completely. I forgot what it was. It was some malware that was locking people out their computers. It was a few years. I can't remember what it was, but they were trying to get. Yeah, it was Fortnite. It was save the. Was it save the? What's the PvE mode? What was the PvE mode that was in Fortnite? Save the
world.
Is it save the world? Okay.
Save the world.
Synchro. Now I need to know. Take it over.
Well, okay. Good luck. Have fun looking. My next question is related to streaming.
Okay.
You guys all stream. 2 questions based on that. First, what got you interested in streaming at all? Like, who are the first people you watched, and what has been like your favorite moment doing that at all?
Do you want to go?
You can do it. You can go.
You know what? I'll go. Fuck you all.
Oh, please. No, please. I've talked too much. I'm going to take a back seat.
Okay. Cool.
We love hearing your voice. It's all good.
Oh, me too.
For me, it was actually, oh my goodness, I hate this story because I have to redact all the names of people that got me into streaming because they're all fucking canceled, every last one of them, which is so heartbreaking.
Oh,
but it is what it is.
So when are you going to cancel, sir?
I wish, but like,
wish
I honestly don't know what I typed in, so I can't speak to that. No. But. So I got interested in YouTube because, like, PewDiePie, that's a very cliche initial introduction, but it is what it is. Yeah. And then after that, like, somebody PewDiePie was very close with, but streamed, and I was like, okay, that's Twitch. I see what that is like. And then from there, I found literally 2 other streamers that I was interested in, and both are fucking assholes. So, like, cool.
So you love them.
Yeah, it's great. Streaming is great. And then from there, I just started doing it because I thought it'd be fun. And it is. So that's true still. But, man, the amount of assholes that stream is crazy to me. It's just an absurd number.
I mean, make no mistake, I'm one of them. But like, it does freak me out though when I do like big collabs and stuff, and you really like get, because you can do like within your bubble, like people
Mhm.
you collabed with, people in your community, people who you collab with have themselves collabed with. You know what I mean? Like you're like never further than like 2 degrees of separation most of the time. But then you jump way out and you do something bigger, right? And it shocks you like there's some wholesale pieces of shit out here. Like there was, oh my god, there was one time I did, I don't know if anybody remembers this. I did Pixtart 99, my first year of streaming. So
I've heard you talk about it, but that's about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so there's people on Twitch who like want to be like producers. That's their thing. Is like they want to do shows and bring on like their streamers that they like, or interview streamers, and you know what I mean? Like that's their bread and butter, is like other people kind of thing, and like collabs and stuff. And so I don't mean to, like, I'm not talking into it. It's fantastic. But, they come up with different ideas for shows. And one of them was this gentleman named Pixtart, who came up with this concept, Pixtart 99. And he, like, put $1,000 on the table, and he was like, I'm going to invite, like, 99 streamers. And then one man standing, they get $1,000. And so originally, if I'm trying to remember if it was pitched to me as a standing stream or not, because standing streams are kind of dead, but standing streams used to be like a type of competition stream where basically you just stand and for hours, and then the last person literally standing wins. Like and I mean you're up for like a day and a half. Like people can pay like $100 or whatever to give you like 5 minutes to sit down, or you know what I mean, like shit like that. They always cheat like that, but because it's a popularity contest, they like want to drive the income. That's the point.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, I did Pixstart 99, and I was like, I'm not going to tweet about it. I'm just going to tell the beginning of the story. But I was like, I'm not going to tweet about it because I don't want to get knocked out right away and like embarrass myself by like people clicking the notification and then like I'm already eliminated, right? So I'm like, screw it. I'm not unless I make round 2. So I'm in round 1, and I wasn't 24/7 streaming back then, so nobody knew I was in it. There's just me there, and I could not believe they were like, I think because it was 99 people, right? They split us up into, I don't know, like groups of, there must have been like at least probably like 20 groups to start, or maybe more, maybe 40. But anyways, 'twas racist. 'Twas pretty racist. And whoa, okay, this is life outside of my bubble. And I really thought right away, I'm like, because you always hear about like the Twitch streamers, and the Twitch streamers, you step into certain groups and talk about Twitch is like, oh, it's super problematic, like da-da-da, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh my god, they were all right. They were all right. I just had this tiny little bubble. I've never left the bubble. This is what outside of the bubble is. And I'm like, how am I gonna like? And I had 2 people that I knew in that group by some miracle. One that I had previously collabed with, and the other was like PD Plastic, who like did a track with Cupcake and stuff like that, and he's like friends with Casey and a couple people. So I like messaged both of them. I'm like, oh my god, we're like, this was cheating. Like I could have been eliminated right away, but I'm like, oh my god, please, like let's stick together and like make it through to round 2. And they're like, okay. By like the time where we had to like pick who went up for elimination, PD was like messaging me privately, like put me up. Like I don't want to do this. This is scuffed. Like I'm out. It was so bad. Like it's a dog eat dog world out here on this platform. Like it's fucked up. Like there was between every round you would jump back into like a big pool of everybody. So you would hear people's grievances spill out from their little private groups, right? So that's how I gleaned that, oh, some guy was because apparently 2 of the contestants were like a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Although I later found out that there was like 7 couples competing. But anyways, apparently like I don't know, apparently some guy was like going after one of the girlfriends and was like saying something about like some stuff that I would have to give you. Like, I think I could get banned for just saying it. Like, I'm not even joking. And,
Okay.
and so it was like pandemonium. Like, every time we came back to the public ears, and I was like, I thought mine was bad. Like, it sounds even worse than the other ones. Like, what the hell is happening? It was unbelievable how bad it was. And ultimately, too, it became like news in and of itself, because when we got down to the finals, the host like freaked out and like got in a fight with a bunch of the contestants and like kicked one person off arbitrarily. Like, it was a whole thing. And they were like, because they fucked it up, like they fucked up the format accidentally, and so they're fighting with the contestants. And in the end, it just became like another one of those shows, like by the end of it, which was unfortunate, because up to that point I was like, I made it this far. I got like 13th place or something. I was like, ah. But the next day I raided into somebody after my stream, and then I was watching her stream, a friend of mine, Bellanami, and then she raided someone else, and I heard them talking about Pickstart 99 just randomly, and then like I was doing something in another tab, she raided into somebody else mid-conversation about Pickstart 99. Like, it was like, everyone's talking about this. Oh my god. And that VOD did crazy numbers because people were going through all the VODs trying to like dig up ways to like cancel people. Like, because it was like, it was everywhere. Like, oh, this was the thing. So they were watching all the Pickstart 99 VODs, archiving it. It was madness. Craziest thing I've ever done on stream. It was nuts.
Wild.
So we're talking about toxic Twitch shit. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, please.
Okay. So I'm leaving out names of everything, obviously, because I am friends with a lot of the people that this happened to. But so before I even came to YouTube and things like that, I had I was on Twitch and I was with this group or whatnot, and you know, one of my best friends, she's the leader of the group and whatnot. So we all chilling, hanging out or whatever. Some years ago, one of the bigger at the time partners was legitimately just shit talking her on VODs, talking by name, by like name, and so she heard about it. She tried to, you know, get him to you know, send it to Twitch or whatever. Nothing happened. When they were saying like, oh, she's a terrible streamer, she's ugly, she got a big nose, blah blah, shit like that, just tearing her down and shit. Talking about some, I wish these whack ass affiliates stop trying to act like they're going to become something. They're not. They're just not it. You know, only 1% of streamers actually get partner, and you're not even close to being that 1%, shit like that. And I was like, oh, now mind you, at the time, being the person that I am, I'm very protective of my friends, you know, if I rock with you, things like that. So that's instant one. Instance two, and I have no problem naming this person because I dare his ass. I've already punked him once. I don't give a shit. It was his think it was a Hell's Gates or Hell's something. It was like this whole, it was basically ended up being like a follow group type thing. And it got really big and he was really obnoxious with it. And he was found out to be was racist. He was just sexist. It was all the isms my man's was. All of them. Every single one of them.
When you were saying Hells, I was like, not the Hells Angels.
No. Well, trying to remember the name of the group. I know the guy's name was Hell's Gates. I just don't remember the name of the actual group. It was Hell something.
Leaving names out of it, yeah.
No, the other ones I won't, but this one, okay, I'd already told him totally originally what happened, right? Because I went to TwitchCon after that, and I was on that Southside Chicago shit. I told his ass, sir, if I ever see you in person, it might You might be Chris Rock and I might be Will Smith. That's all I'm saying. So get to TwitchCon and Lord behold, going past the merchandise thing, I'm walking. Man's looked directly in my face. Like, oh, he didn't know. Most people don't know. I am bigger in the weight class, but I'm also 6'3". Because of my chair, obviously, people thought I was much shorter. So when he was like, whatever, you gonna do nothing, whatever. So like when I seen him, I look him directly in his face, and I'm like about maybe 7 inches taller than him. And my man's looked me directly in the face from like 3 feet away. I'm just like, that's all I did. My man's look, turn around, and I have not seen him. Hadn't seen him since. No, it was like that man said, "I'm gonna go to the airport. I'm going home." That's it.
Nice.
I'm like, no. Now turn back to the other story. Guy thought it was cool, thought it was whatever. There's way back, back in like 2018. There was these things, we used to do Twitch Chicago's or whatever, group ups or whatnot, and I completely forgot about the whole situation with my friend, with her and the guy and things like that. Gets to this meetup, mind you, I'm there because I'm trying to meet new people. So I got the shirt on, I got the because I was an administrator in the group, tier 2, Jesus Christ, second in command, things like that. I had my merchandise on, which like this. I had that, and then I had the group's like symbol here with the what you call it too. Just hey, anybody who was in in the group could know who know that I'm in the group too. So come hang out, meet up. The guy comes in, I'm talking like, oh, that's old boy. Walk up to him, shake his hand. And I let him talk himself into talking about it. I'm like, oh hey, yeah, you know anything about insert group? He's like, yeah, some Facebook group, whatever. I'm not sure how much it is. Oh yeah, I'm in that group. No, yeah, I'm kind of the second in command, and I dropped the person's name in there. Instantly, he looks at me. He's like, and I shook his hand, and gentleman's handshake. I finally let him go. He left. Right after that. I don't take too kindly to bullies with that. I'm better now, but I didn't like that. And especially when you're all the isms, I'm like, I'm not going to get myself put into a situation where I'm going to get police called on me, but it might happen, depending on how I'm feeling that day.
It's not off the table.
Exactly. Like I'm not gonna go in there and see you and start throwing chairs at you, whatever. But if I'm close enough to you, and you was talking the same thing you was talking online, then we can talk. Because I'm about whatever I said when I said online. But are you? Sorry.
No.
Hold on. He's lying. He legs. I can't. Okay, I can't let him do anything, sir. You're 95 years old. Okay, you're 95 years old. Stand up for yourself, sir. Hit him with your cane, something. But yeah, dude, that Twitch,
which is crazy.
Some of the stuff you hear, and as like partners, I've had friends that are partners. Some of the stuff that you hear people talking about, it is terrible. Side note, I remember what that malware was. It was a WannaCry.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was. I fought in the 70s. I'm done, sir. Then you gotta get bullied. Then, all right, Captain America.
Yeah.
Casual
You guys want to talk about bullies? Casual's in his 50s, apparently.
Casual's.
Allegedly.
I think Casual's like 47 years old. He's been.
I think
with us
he's
this whole
16.
time.
I'll be honest with you. I don't believe the man for a second.
First of all, if he is 16, that is one of the grownest sounding men at 16. Because Jazzy is 16, he sounds like he's 7. So,
ooh, that's
Oh.
Miller, you processing? You good?
No, I was trying to come up with a joke, but have a good enough poker face that I didn't look like I was.
Oh yeah.
So I was
Okay.
coming up with a joke about like a certain content creator. And I was gonna say like, oh well, he sounds like he's 72, but he only just like looks like it. He isn't actually. But then I was like, is it worth it? Is it funny enough? So I was like, yeah, don't say it. But I was still going through that conversation in my mind.
That's the joke. There you go.
Miller.
There you go.
Yeah. Really did for you.
Wow.
Sir, I need to see ID at this point. I don't believe that. All right.
Yeah,
I've
like,
seen
I
some.
don't think it's casual at that point. I think it's professional. Like you're ready to retire. Like I think at 59 you've passed the point of hobby. I think
You're
yeah.
a master at this point. You got a black belt
Yeah.
in Avengers. What's going on, man?
Yeah. Well, honestly,
Okay.
I think like what made me start streaming, just to like get back to your question, I hadn't really watched streamers. I considered streaming so dorky. Like truly, like
You're right.
I remember conversations surrounding like watching people play games and thinking like that sounds so fucking dorky. You know what I mean? Like I would never. But I remember when I was like younger and like Mario Kart 8 came out like on the Wii U, I was like, I'm gonna stream it. And I like bought an Elgato and shit. I'm like, yeah, and I like had no idea what I was doing for like a minute.
How it goes.
But you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like I think you still kind of idolize it and you don't get it and you're like, oh, it sucks, it's for dorks. But with that said, I didn't watch it. Like it wasn't my idea of entertainment personally, as much as I might have appreciated the concept of it happening to me, you know? Like I was like thinking I could do that, but I don't want to watch that. Until I saw like a couple like I was big on the Twitter. Twitter was my social media. Like I was like like any overgrown twink, I was still on the stand Twitter for no fucking reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like fighting with 12-year-old girls. Like that was my daily routine, honestly. It just was. That was social media for me. Was 12-year-old girls telling me to jump down a well. And you know what?
We've all been there.
Oh, you haven't been there like I've been there. That's like an onion. You have not been the layers that I have gotten to. Oh, not the ninja. Oh no. Well, I luckily I've never budged on the ninja. I do think that's still pretty dorky. But
So,
no, I
Ninja.
finally saw the subtitle. Wait.
Where's it? Where's it? Damn it! Where's it?
Why does this
Try obscure it
green screen is too
partially with your
effective.
fingers. Obscure it partially with your fingers.
Hey,
oh,
there we
you
go.
There we go.
the
Get
ultimate
good.
gaming guide? Let's go.
My ultimate
Yeah.
guide to gaming. Okay, I
love
really
it.
thought it said get good or die trying. I'm like, no.
It
That's a bit
does
extra.
say,
Like then
let's
perish.
get that dub. Listen, this was 2017, okay? All right. I did that. I'm like, oh,
Okay,
okay.
I need to point out though, that is a hardcover book.
Yeah,
Like,
you paid money
that
for
is
that.
not paperback. There is no slash on the spine indicating it has been resold, like from an outlet
It's-
store.
Oh no,
No.
that came directly plastic and all from Amazon.
Wow.
I was going to
I love
be in my mind, I was going to be there with Ninja at Lollapalooza, like cranking 90s and shit.
Oh. Well, give me 1 second talk though. I'm gonna get something that'll make you feel a little better.
All right,
Okay.
cool. So,
Oh man, that
he's
book,
both. Oh, go ahead.
That's crazy, dude. That reminds me of literally like the Minecraft hardcover guides to just being a good Minecrafter. That's what that feels like. That's so funny. I love it so much.
Oh, you're gonna love this.
He also left me, by the way.
Oh, I apologize.
You're
Well,
good. he did
He's
it
like, I
after.
gotta bury this again. Like if the seal is broken for long enough, he can slip through the portal. Like I can't let it be. I cannot go through
It
that
loses
again.
all its resale value. Yeah.
No. I was thinking it'd be like summoning him from hell. But I'm ninja. I mean. Oh no, we're getting another item. Oh, don't
Yes.
tell me this
Oh,
this
no.
better not be the bobblehead.
I brought up Minecraft books. I'm scared.
Oh no! Oh my god!
I'm
If it's
so
Dream,
afraid.
if it's Dream, I need a trigger warning. I need a trigger
I
warning.
don't
If it's
think it would be
Dream.
that. I don't think it would be. Oh my
Block
god, that's
City?
exactly what I meant.
What? Wait, what's the subtitle? Block City something something Minecraft.
Yeah, how to build incredible worlds in Minecraft. Now this one I got I got it
It looks like a
used
cookbook.
from it's
That's great.
It
looks-
this is not helping. I actually, you know
it's
what?
not
It is
working.
helping. It is helping. It's
There
helping.
you go.
It's helping me stay calm.
Yeah.
That is. That is.
this is
That
the
is
worst
really
particular.
exaggerated photography.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh my god! It's like a real estate listing in the dystopian future.
That's a great
Oh my
parallel.
Hey,
Okay, well,
I got that one from Half Price Books though. It was only $10. So I
Oh,
have
good,
a
good.
little
Only
bit of
$10.
shame. I have a little less shame on that one than the $30 that I spent on that one with plastic on and box and everything. Just like, yeah. And I'm like, man, I read this book maybe I think I may have read the Ninja book like maybe 4 chapters, and I was like, what
you're like,
what is
"Fuck,
this?
Ninja?"
What the fuck is this shit? Like, what is this? What am I doing right now? Oh my god. Mind you, I took it to work with me. I was sitting there I was getting shit on at work about it. Because I'm like, look, guys, listen, I don't care. I'm going to be a Fortnite streamer, and you're gonna be mad because I'm gonna be there with Ninja. I owe them some money if I ever seen them again.
No, I think you suffered enough.
I
Like,
think so too.
I think
you're
the
good.
joy that you gave them in that moment was payment tenfold. Like, to anyone with the slightest sadistic streak, like anyone who is not a saint, if you said that in front of them, tickled them to a degree that you could never hope to meet. Like that's just delightful. And wow, that sounds really harsh of me.
It's
But not as if
be
to say you
like that.
couldn't. Not as if to say you couldn't. But you know what I mean. It's like
Fortnite is terrible. And I love
I
it.
mean-
I love it. It's fun. The building is terrible.
It is.
And people always tell me, well, just get good. Sir, how am I supposed to get good when someone bought a mouse that has like 75 keys on the side and just sat there and built a goddamn IKEA?
It's true. And like
Hey,
they can't
hey,
even see
hey.
it. That's the thing too, is it's all muscle memory. They
Yeah.
can't
People
even
are crazy.
see it, they can't perceive it. And it's happened because they've done it a million times because they have no life because they're 12. And it's like, that's cool. I don't have any life either, but I'm not 12, but I do have ADHD medication, which basically makes me a 12-year-old. But I'm like, it gives me the powers of a gaming tween. It does. That's what all the RTS champs use. Adderall. It's a dirty secret, but it's true.
I wish I could find the picture of it because so
Well,
the
before
only
we move
good
on,
thing go ahead.
I was just gonna say, before we move on, I did have a little show and tell of my own.
All right, I'm waiting.
This was a gift, for the record, and it was part gag gift, part serious. But I did get this. This is Twitch for Dummies. Yes,
Yeah.
this is the
Slip,
book.
you have that back there too.
Twitch for Dummies.
No, I
Yeah,
thought about it.
I've never read it, but I'm gonna skip to a random page and just read a passage. Okay, here we go.
Let's do it.
This may sound like an unexpected sort of tip in a book dedicated to Twitch, seeing as YouTube has a similar platform to Twitch, YouTube Gaming, now available. Before becoming competitors, Twitch and YouTube worked together to effectively archive all this content Twitch streamers had created around their favorite video game. Unedited, raw, and completely intact from the beginning of the stream to the end, YouTube offered a more permanent home to hours of information and entertainment that streamers provided. See figure 11 to 5. That is the end of a paragraph.
All right,
It's
That-
not
that-
a really
that-
good book.
that is a
Good
paragraph.
advice, I guess.
All right, so I have one thing for this streamer. Hold on, I gotta do it right.
Hit me with it.
Where's it at?
The anticipation is killing me.
Okay, so as we did say, I was a high fan of some people in the Fortnite community. One of which is this gentleman here.
Ah.
And as you can see, I am fatter and taller than Tim the Tad Man. That's my only
Yeah, you can take
crowning.
him.
Mind you, here's like I love that too. Like security's behind me, like trying to square up. Like, sir, I will beat your ass before I beat his.
I think you could take them both on. I do.
Like, sir, no, stop it. There was also a few others, but yeah, me and Tim are the same height. There I go with the Twitch information. You know that nice, amazing merch in the back. You know,
I believe it.
but
I love
yeah.
that there's going to be something in this photo that doxes you too, to prove my point. Like there's your address hidden in the corner or something.
You know what though? I had to download it really quickly to make sure because I was going to screen share it from my Facebook page, from the my Facebook Twitch page, and it has my full name there.
Damn. They try to
Just
get
Right?
you.
Oh, there it is.
That is crazy.
There's no avoiding it. Everybody wants to tell you who you are, where you are. Like, I'm the last
And
person
why.
you need to tell that.
Also, everybody's hated and I guess hated and also liked person depending on who you ask. Let me save it really quickly.
All right.
You have a picture of you and Scott Amos?
Oh.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
oh.
I don't know who's.
Oh, that's spicy? Come on. Oh, he's the head of Crystal Dynamics.
Oh, you see, I should know that. I'm an unprofessional.
Well, which one? Which one am I supposed to hate? The one on
This
the left,
guy
right?
over here.
I knew it.
That's Harris Heller.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
that guy, the Stream
Yes.
Beats guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy's just a poor
That's-
man's. Who's the one I like, Synchro Champ? The one the one that I use in a YouTube video. Oh.
I got nothing.
Oh, I forget. I'm an asshole. Hold on. He is a poor man's. Looking it up quickly. Right here. Future Phil. He is a poor man's Future Phil. There, I said it.
Why does that
I
name
don't know
sound
these people
familiar?
either.
Hold up. That name
Future
sounds really
Phil.
good.
Future Phil does what Harris Heller does, but better. Oh, you better believe it. You can find him on Spotify. That's Future Phil, PhuturePhil.
Oh yeah. So okay, this was before his non-copyright music. He was the guru of streaming and all that stuff. That's why you see him with the camera, DSLR cameras. He had like that. He made his like success in the streaming world by giving stream tips.
Those people are always blowhards.
Yes, there's another one that. Oh
yeah.
yes, there's
They're
another
all
one that
insufferable.
I'm not naming her name, but it's
Oh, I
only
know
a few
exactly
of them.
who you mean.
It's only a few in that
Yep.
in that space. So just take a guess who it is.
That's who it was, Synchro?
No,
Oh, okay.
No.
I was like, oh my god, that's
I
the
really
worst
was wrong.
one yet.
he's wrong.
Okay.
He's
I
close,
was gonna
but he's wrong.
say. Close?
He's close.
Oh, wow.
You guys want to talk about the bullying that happened at the Oscars? You want to take us in a real talk slip?
This man said the book.
I know it's more nuanced than that.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. You know, I've had a chance to calm down about it though, but yes,
Mhm.
I shared a tweet about it. It was from Tiffany Haddish, and that the one thing that I will. First of all, before we get into that, we're talking now about the elephant in the room, the Oscars. Well, Will Smith
You know
slapped
what
the shit
happened.
out of Chris. You know. I was gonna say Chris Brown, but apparently somebody just slapped the shit out of Chris Brown. But
Yeah, when's that gonna happen?
I would
I
like for that to
mean,
happen.
Yeah, we're a couple years late, but I don't mind.
just put
Mhm.
put me in the same room with him. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I I understand everything, right? I've heard every argument on each side. I've heard it, and I understand both sides of it. While it shouldn't have happened, you know, he shouldn't have walked up and smacked old boy like he was on the playground. I get that. But what was more nuanced for me is it is the tweet that Tiffany Haddish put up. Well, I mean, she's not put up, but it was like, you know, talked about it. He was basically all I seen was a black man defend his wife, and I bring that up mainly because in a lot of, if you look at the TikToks, the YouTubes, all that stuff like that, it is always where black women don't feel defended. They don't feel, you know, by us. And while I'm not saying we're, you know, going to generalize and say we all don't, I know that I do. And I don't want to be that one who say I'm going around slapping people or whatever, but the option is there. You know, the option will be there. It doesn't matter where it is. And another thing that kind of made me mad was when people saying, well, this is your wife. She did this, she did that, she did this. Why are you defending her? What someone else does shouldn't compromise your morals. If your moral is, I'm going to protect my wife, my black woman, my wife, it doesn't, that's not contingent. That is something who you are. Has she done some messed up stuff in the past? What you call it, back and forth? That's on her. That's not necessarily should be on what he should do, because this still shows reflective, like you shouldn't always have to revert to violence, but in the same token, it's like you grew up in the hood, you talk shit, you get hit. And that was some disrespectful shit, especially when you know the history of it. You know, this man Chris Rock had try to make jokes about Jada, then, you know, continue poking shit or whatever, and then you make a documentary. You use your money to make a documentary, talk about how important hair is to black women, and then you go and make a hair joke to a black woman and think you wouldn't go get slapped. And you notice in the community, you know, in that particular community, who went to who walked away from it without being consoled, or who didn't. You know, Will walked into it as like what is it? Carlos Miller said, Chris Rock ain't got no friends. He walked away from that with nothing. Will Smith walked away into a breathing session with Terry, with Tyler Perry, Denzel, and Samuel. And what?
Sorry.
I can't. Just, that was another thing, and I'm not naming nobody's name about that. But what made me mad about that was someone put a tweet, and I talked about it with Synchro, and it was more nuanced than angry black man smacked another black man on screen, and that the fact that people were trying to run with that and saying, "Oh, my man didn't deserve his Oscar because of that one momentary lapse of judgment," versus all the entire shit this man has done. His category, his movieology was more nuanced than just, or excuse me, not nuanced, more extensive than that. And he deserved an Oscar for more than that, but he did a damn good job in King Richard. And I don't think he should be shriveled down to, oh, he assaulted a man. He smacked his homie for saying some stupid shit. Afterwards, they was cool. You know, they talked about it. They all cool. That's how certain shit is handled between men. You know, it's toxic as shit, and that's some shit that we should be like. You'll be drunk as hell, casual.
Yes.
It's toxic as hell to continue to I guess carry that stigma, and I know that. I have gotten rid of a lot of my toxic masculinity, and that's most of it is gone. But that one right there was like, when that happens, when things like that happen, it's like, what? How would I feel if somebody did that to my mother, my sister, my niece? That's my 5-year-old niece that's in there. If she's growing up, how would that happen for me? How would that happen for someone who I call my wife? It's a little bit more than that for me, and I kind of understand it. It sucks, but I kind of understand it. Shouldn't happen though, but you also should have made that joke. You disrespect in public, you get smacked in public.
Yeah.
I get it.
Miller, do you want to follow that up, or would you like me to? I don't
No,
mind if you...
I mean, I think it. I don't know. There's a lot of what surprised me right away, because when the news broke, I wasn't watching the Oscars, but people kind of brought it into chat and stuff, and my reaction to
all
it.
everyone was talking about.
Oh, yeah, set the internet on fire. And my reaction, and then going and watching a clip and getting a tiny bit of context was yeah, deserved, and then went to bed. And I was not expecting to wake up and see some of the figures taking a stand against it that were. And what surprises me is how many are comedians. And I think a lot of comedians that I've liked over the years have done insult shtick. You know what I mean? Even outside of a roast or something, that's just their shtick. And it's painted like that is their biggest fear. That's the biggest fear, is that you're going to insult the wrong person and they're going to clock you, and it's well, but they don't. You know what I mean? They don't, because they rarely cross that line, and they know that, and that's what gets me too. Is I haven't heard where she stood on this because I'm actually afraid to look, but I know Sarah Silverman, when she did the MTV Movie Awards, she said for years that she regrets it, because she told a really harsh Britney Spears joke and a really harsh Paris Hilton joke and had to see both of them after, and she said it was watching their soul evaporate. It hurt to see their reaction to it, and she was I can't do that anymore. I can't do it anymore. Because there is a line, and if you choose to dance on that line and to play that game, sometimes you're going to end up on one side of it, and sometimes you're going to end up on another side of it. And some people will be better at dancing that game than others. And maybe it's arbitrary even, who knows? And maybe it's just down to your reaction or some bullshit. But you can feel it. You know what I mean? You can feel it. Like Sarah Silverman in that moment, she could feel it. So you kind of, I don't know. Don't you know when you cross that line?
And I feel like he knew, because it's that. The reaction afterwards was okay, I get it. I did. But now I kind of want to address this. And Jazzy, I love you to death. You my little boy. That right there, pause. That right there is a very charged statement for me. And the reason why is because okay. Will Smith has probably been one of the most positive people since I have been watching media. My man does one slap and all of a sudden you think he's some type of savage or something. That's the internal thing on yourself. Now it'd be different if it was a continuous thing going on. Some people have what I found funny, right? And I hate the whole, back and forth about it, because again, we see who was on the screen with me. But it's very telling when a black person loses their cool about something, the responses that come after it, and then when people that are not people of color have things done and how it's responded to. Because you hear that and it's you hear a black man. Okay, so the next few sentences are going to be a little trigger warning for some people. I'm giving you that heads up. You hear a black man smacking another black man in a professional setting, which is messed up. It is. and they're violent. They should have did that. That's assault or whatnot. But then we have all of these school shootings or whatever, and every single time it is a person that is not a person of color, then they're disturbed, they're misunderstood, misrepresented, they're troubled. It's not given what it should be given. Like, it needs to be reevaluated. Should violence be an answer for nobody? No, but the reaction that black people are supposed to just take amount of abuse and just not do anything, and when they do, it's like you quote unquote set them back. No, it'd be different. If it was Chris Brown doing that shit, he has a history of it. Say what you got to say. But this man, like, one of the most positive people in the damn celebrity community. Plus, he's celebrity, but he's also human. That is an internal thing that we have, that where we have a higher expectation for celebrities who, if you think about it, realistically, it is just a job where they are acting. There's no different than someone who works in software, someone works who in the grocery. Thing about it is more popularized, more televised, and more money attached to it. But everybody still has a limit, and you shouldn't be holding these celebrities up to such a pedestal as that. My bad, y'all can go. That right there, that particular statement. Again, Jazzy, I love you. But that particular statement pisses me off on so many occasions, because it's like, you see it in TikTok, you see it in these things where they're just sitting there like, oh well, it seems like you can just assault people and it's okay. Y'all lose a hockey game and y'all out here tearing shit up or whatever. Come on.
True.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, do we got to talk about January 6th? Like, come on.
People act like he knocked his teeth out or something.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like hooray, but it was a slap. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
really, like, like he might have gotten a bruise, you know?
I've hit myself harder than that shit by accident. What do you mean?
Like, I don't understand, like, the pinnacle of it, especially when you've got clips coming out now of, like, when, you know, Marlon Brando had an indigenous rights activist take the stage to accept his Oscar, and you had people trying to bum rush the stage to jump her. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the Oscar, like, the Oscars decorum argument is bizarre to me too.
Yeah.
So much of the conversation around it is just dumb and childish. Yes. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a lot of people that I expected to be a lot more open-minded, being outright rigid. I mean, from second one, no movement, no hope of movement. This is the final frontier. It is violence. It is no. And it's like, well, that seems a little convenient.
It does. I don't really have much to say. You guys really covered all the bases for me, but I do have, like, a brief little parallel in my own life where, like, I've felt that way before. I've had, like, moments of like, I was fucking 16 and my neighbor was talking mad shit about my mom and I was like, you're gonna get smacked. That happens. And, like, there's a moment after that sort of thing of, like, pure regret and all that, and, like, there's a lot of different emotions flowing, and, like, there's a seeing red moment, and I'm sure there's a lot of factors that are at play here that, like, nobody can really understand, and a lot of levels to it, and it's just, like, not as black and white as a lot of people are making it out to be, and the discourse is frankly exhausting. There's just so much.
It just shocks me how open and shut it is. Like, how going into it, people have locked in, and it's like, you, like, I expected, at least from some people, like Rosie O'Donnell. I did not expect going into this discussion to be so firmly like, nope, disgusting, get it out. Like you've had, like, like I get, like, I mean, she's like been attacked, like, you know what I mean, like like I can get that, but it's like you know, like you're personal friends with like a lot of people who I think would be quite shocked to hear you say that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm gonna say this completely honestly. I'm gonna say it completely honestly when it comes to that. People always saying, "Oh yeah, celebrities, you know, excuse me, comedians always are. Oh well, you know, comedians they make fun of people." Okay, listen, if you can't get a laugh without making a joke about somebody, you know, trying to make fun of somebody, whatever, you're not funny. That's just it. If you can't now, in certain senses, like okay, some jokes are funny, cool, especially if the person is cool with it, punching up, punching down, those are things. But if the only way that you can be funny is making fun of somebody, you're not funny. That's it. I'm like, there's some comedians out who make no jokes about anybody, and they funny as hell. And there's ones who make jokes about people. It's like, if you gotta roast somebody to be funny, you're not funny.
I mean, I like a lot of insult comics.
Exactly.
Like, I've always had a thing for insult comics. I think it's great. But like they know, like, here, this is the thing that gets me, is like they know there's material that you would tell at a roast and there's material that you would say on any other stage. You know what I mean? Like that they already have a line that they have drawn within that field. So it's like you can tell when something is too far.
That's the
Like,
comment. That's it.
like I think I love some insult comics, and their whole shtick is insults. Like, truly, like I think they're hilarious. I love them all. I'll die by that. But like, again, they know the difference between shit that they would say on a stage and that they would say in a roast. You know, because that is a venue where you get harder and you go in and you expect that. And
And
that's
it's,
part of it, is you go in expecting that. You know it, you can take it. That's why you're there. Like, you know what I mean? Culturally, it's a thing. Like, we just had fucking Free Britney, right? We just had Free Britney and this big reckoning of everything that everybody's ever said about Britney Spears. And it's like, look how the culture was at the time, that we could just say those things and get big laughs and blah. You know what I mean? Like, that was entertainment at the time. And it's like, wow, we would never do that again. But we still do it. You know what I mean? Like, there is a line there. We know it's there. Like, we just need to be a little more observant.
like, I've seen some people and the way some people reacted to it, like it. I understand certain people, but it was one particular person that I just really lost a lot of respect for as like a content creator, because you tweet that shit out because you have a personal bias. You know, you have a personal preference of a comic book character actor. I get that, but pound to pound, Will deserve that Oscar. He deserved it. And to be like, oh well, this person deserves an Oscar and he didn't assault anybody. Neither did Will. He just smacked the shit out of one of his friends.
Ask those same motherfuckers how they feel about race bending a character, and they'll be like, no, you need to cast the most qualified actor. Da, 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 da. Like, they care all about the qualifications in that
Ooh.
conversation, you know what I mean? But not when
That
it comes to this
conversation.
one. Interesting.
That conversation gets
And
me
it's bullshit
so.
and arbitrary anyways.
Oh
But you know what
my
I'm
god!
saying? They'll dole out the qualifications, the most qualified. Where'd that go?
Because this one guy, and sorry, Singer, you know I love you. This one guy on TikTok, right? The one guy on TikTok. His name is Synchron Champ. No, I was playing.
What? That's where I thought you were going. You can't do that to me.
No, this guy, he was complaining about POC characters being turned into ginger characters being turned into POC characters. And I thought that was probably the dumbest fucking argument I have ever seen in my life. Because yes, that does happen. They do change a lot of ginger people into people of color, but that's not just what they do. Like, your favorite goddamn character, Wanda Maximoff, is not played by goddamn ginger, but she was predominantly have red hair in the goddamn comics. So we're gonna complain about that. oh, because one is not black, you're not gonna say nothing about it.
Exactly.
You're not gonna say nothing about
Exactly.
Mary Jane, who Kristen Stewart. Was it Stewart? Dunst.
No, Shailene Woodley.
No, in the spell my damn
Kristen Dunst. Kristen Dunst.
yeah, in the very first one, she was not a Yes, yeah, fucking Hyrule knew exactly what I'm talking about. Old boy that got mad about Wally being turned into a black guy, and it's like, sir, wasn't nobody even talking about Wally? Nobody gave a shit about Wally until they brought him on there. And what was they gonna do? They're gonna bring a white kid in named Wally when both the parent, the sister and the parent was black?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Sense. So do the way that they did it for sure.
And oh boy, like the funniest thing ever though is when that broke and everybody named Mama was whooping his ass on Comics TikTok. Everybody, he was fighting for his life in the comments, and I loved it because that's what you get. That's your ass get shut up. Just, I would much rather you say you racist and get it over with than make this video and try to make it like, oh well, I'm proud to be a ginger, and they're just taking the all the ginger characters and making them POCs, and it's like about this person or this person or this person because they look like you but they got different hair. You cool with that? But you're so happy about being a ginger though. You
By the way, thank God the Shailene Woodley thing didn't work out, eh? Can you imagine we're going through the whole No Way Home, like post No Way Home hype cycle? Everybody's like, bring back Shailene Woodley in 2023. Oh no. I don't know if you've Googled her recently, but it's taken a turn. She's dipped into the conspiracy theory.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah.
look.
She's a bit of a COVID truther.
Yikes.
I believe. I know she's big on the conspiracy theories now, but.
Well, okay, let me see.
And she was, for a very close minute, she was Mary Jane. She was Andrew Garfield's Mary Jane, and then whoop, didn't happen. Thank God.
I kind of wish that she was the Gwen Stacy, so you know. But anyway,
I don't look at like. To me, change all the characters. Who cares? Like truly, like to me, if a character, I look at it like this. If like I look at Quake, I look at modern Quake. I think that like that diaspora is kind of an important part of that character. If you've done it once, then do whatever you want.
Hold up.
Not a ginger.
My man spitting.
Not a ginger either.
Yeah.
Artie, the only thing I would say about that one is,
I think
if it doesn't play a big part in a character's a character's like overall origin, I don't give a shit what you do with it. You know?
Like if you really, really want to mess with the character's origin, like Miss Marvel TV show style, I start to look at it like just make a different character. You know what I mean? Like I won't mind. Make a different character. Go for it. You made that one. Like, you know, one turn deserves another. Why not make another one? And I know that gets thrown around a lot, especially by people of the white complexion. I get that. I do. But like, if you want to make a character with different powers and the powers come from a totally different place, it's like, well, then you're describing a different character. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, you might as well make a new one. But in terms of like playing around with it and stuff, even Miss Marvel, I'm excited to see it. Like, I think it looks cool. I don't care that much. I have sex. Like, that's my take on it. You know.
I'm not sure how. Okay.
Not this year, you don't.
Well, checkmate there.
Here's the thing with Magneto, right? The biggest part of Magneto's past is him being Jewish. they're not all Jewish people are Caucasian. Caucasians are Jewish, so you can be a different color and be a Jewish person. However, the biggest part of that is how are they going to keep that Jewish refugee like history when we don't know nothing about the mutants right now.
Yeah, that just seems
That's
like
where I get the issue at. That's where we get the issue at. You know.
I look to be like the Human Torch, like the perfect example of be like, yeah, go for it. Who cares?
Yeah, because
Like,
it doesn't really like when it comes to the Fantastic Four, we're used to them, and I'm pretty sure like the comments
Also,
say they're
nobody likes them.
Caucasian.
Like,
I mean,
you know what I
I
mean?
like Human Torch.
Like,
though.
don't get me wrong. Like, you know, they're not like, like, you know, they have fans, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's not like they're changing, like, or you know what I mean? Like, hello, like they've been trying to get the Fantastic Four to work in this space for fucking 40 years. Like, legit. Like, you can't
Just,
handle what, you
just
know
get
what I
rid
mean?
of them.
Who cares? Like,
They tried. They
guess
tried to
what?
get rid of him.
Now they're all like in a relationship. Now they're in like a no, they're not related. None of them are related.
Oh, okay, good.
But they're in like what's the word? Like
Polyamorous?
they're in a polyamorous relationship. That's the Fantastic Four. All four of them are in a polyamorous relationship. They are not related.
I'm okay with this. As long as they're not related,
Do
I'm
it.
good with it.
I don't care. Like, I truly don't care. And I know that might sound like, oh, like you're a casual, like you don't live for this shit. I live for X-Men 92. Like, X-Men 92 raised me. Like, I love X-Men 92. That core 90s Claremont X-Men team, like, I adore it. Fuck with all of them. Fuck with all of them. Try it. I don't care. They fucked with Rogue. I hoped that one would work for the better part of my life.
That was Fox, though. That was Fox. So I gotta blame Fox on that one. I have to. I can't. I hope that the MCU don't do them.
Bryan Singer. Bryan Singer didn't know how to handle characters that were played by a gender he did not personally want to handle. If you catch my drift. Yeah.
Oh, that's
If-
true.
Artie, you're done. You're done, sir.
If you were a character in a Bryan Singer film played by an actor who is male and could potentially be under the age of 21, Bryan Singer made sure he did justice to you. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah. No, Rogue didn't get done particular justice in the X-Men films, which is unfortunate.
I want to let Synchro like close,
Okay.
Not that being the
but no, because I had this conversation on TikTok today, and there was a TikToker, I forgot her name. Like I think you might know. What's the name? I don't know. Society something.
Yeah.
people know
Yeah.
the names
Society
of
made the
TikTokers?
Joker. Society made the
Yeah,
Joker. We're
yeah,
on
because-
TikTok, you know? We got to.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
doing the
trying to
ticking and the talking?
we're trying to get into the space, so we got to at least know their names.
I'm too old for that shit. I'm
Yeah.
trying. I like absurdist TikTok content. Like, you know the type. Where it's like either baiting stuff, like that one girl who does like fit checks in the mirror, and the caption is just like, I got arrested this morning. Like, I was sending multiple bomb threats to the Lancome School of Dentistry. Like that like, oh, I love that girl. Like, that is the TikTok content for me.
Mhm.
Like, nothing that is remotely serious on TikTok I have any interest in. It's all garbage. But when that is the joke, I'm all in. I think it's top shelf.
So
I'd love to compare FYPs. Go on, Slip.
the conversation was basically that was back when everybody was talking about Jaden Smith being Miles Morales, and I am still to this day. I'm sorry. We talked about it last time. I'm sorry. Until we see something else, I am fully against him being Miles Morales for two reasons. One, the motherfucker can't act. I'm sorry. He just can't. I'm sorry. I might get slapped by Will, but who knows? I'll take that slap. I'll take it. His son can't act. But the second one is that's one of those characters I feel like you should try your best to get to like what it is as close as possible. He needs to be an Afro-Latino young man. We was talking about it before. I was talking about it today on what you call it. I would like to, in a perfect world, a perfect casting, we get us a Afro-Latino male that is 13 to 16 years old, and he grows with the franchise. But it has to be, Afro-Latino, 13, and actually be good acting. Those don't always fit. So if you can leave the age off, but look the part, because like I brought up back in like 20s, whenever High School Musical came out, most of them were like between the 16 to 18 age bracket. I think her name was Taylor or something like that. Whatever, Monique Coleman or whatever. She was 28 at the time, and she looked nothing like that much different than the other characters. If you can pull it off, it's a little bit weird to have a 28-year-old around a bunch of 16 or 18-year-olds. But if you can get you a good 17 to 20-year-old that looks the part of a 15 to 16-year-old, have them grow with the franchise, and it's not like a jerking change, I feel like go ahead and do that. But I'm like, I would want them to do a Afro-Latino character, because I know if it was Static Shock and they said, you know what, let's make them white, I would burn this motherfucker to the ground.
Fair.
I'm sorry.
I think
That's
it's a
just
general rule of thumb, like at least do them right once. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yes.
Audio people, I made a gesture.
You did make a gesture.
To the ground. To the ground. Thanos this shit. Anyway, Synchro.
I'm gonna keep
You
it
have the
simple.
floor.
Wise words of the week. Wise words of the week. Don't be a dickhead. Cool?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm just kidding.
All right. Wonderful.
That's facts. That's complete facts. Don't be a dick. Be kind to people. That's all. That should be the wise word forever. Be kind to people. You don't know what's going on with somebody, because sometimes you might get slapped. That's all I got. That's it.
True.
That's for me.
Right. All right.
All right.
We gotta do this now. Wow. Why did that do like that? Is it supposed to do it like that?
I don't know.
I guess so.
Ask them,
I don't know,
damn it.
dude. I don't work on these things.
I don't know. This ain't my podcast. It's yours. What do you mean?
No.
You're in this seat right now, sir.
I will kick us off. All right. I want to shout out. Have we done Jazzy Butters every week?
Yes,
Low-key
we have.
Jazzy Butters again, but also
Can we give it a rest with the Jazzy Butters? Hasn't he gotten enough already? Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, second pick Hoarder Gamer.
We're gonna keep. By the time he's gonna have 100,000 subscribers, we're gonna be like, big shout out to Jazzy Butters. Like,
Right?
I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a small little up and coming creator.
Exactly.
We got another small up and coming creator. High Ruler. He's this nice.
No, I don't know if you've heard this.
Second
actually,
nice.
High Ruler made it.
What?
This happened a couple months ago. Actually, word hasn't gotten around. High Ruler has made it.
He has. Yeah. What did he make though?
I don't remember.
He made
it. He I forget what it was. There was a YouTube comment or something, or like a bitchy subtweet or something that we were laughing at, and it was somebody who was like, "Oh, now that you made it, you just get to blah blah blah." And we're like, "Oh my god, you made it!" And I just can't stop giving him shit about that. I mean, he did make it. I don't know if you saw today. He had like 150 viewers, probably more after I left. Once I stole the content, I had nothing left, so I just left.
I mean, shit. It was only like 3 people that was able to play the game today.
I get this.
3 people.
Get this. High Ruler is like playing it, and people are in chat like, "Oh, Sadat and Jay can't get in." And then, so, like, I saw what I wanted to see, see ya. Jump back out to my sub feed. There's Sadat with, like, 3 times the viewers just sitting at the fucking title screen.
Hey, Okay, go ahead, because I want to play this
we're
real
in
quick.
chat after, and people are saying like, oh, da 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 da, like talking about the crashing thing, and I'm saying like, listen, it's Thor's hammer. It's like, are you worthy? Like, can you get in or not? Are you worthy? And people are, I think somebody said that to Sadat, and he made a joke, and they were relaying it back to me, and I was thinking, are you joking? Sadat, this update is the best thing that's ever happened to you. I would thank my lucky stars if I could get 300 something viewers just sitting on a title screen doing nothing. That is a dream come true. I would die. I was praying, as much as I joked about it, I was praying Future Evolution would take off because it had an autoplay mode. I could just sit there and pretend I was playing. That's a dream. I could text. Like, I could have a social life. Oh. So yeah, no, I think creators better shut their mouths and be thankful for this patch because it's the best thing that ever happened to them. Yep. They get to crack their little jokes about it. They don't have to play the game they actually secretly hate. Like, yep, they get to have their cake and eat it too. I forget where I was going with this, but
You're good.
They always thought that anyway. So the shout out
oh yes,
will be I'm gonna give it to King Greek. Go ahead and give your one, and I'll be putting this clip up because I know that there's a reason for this. So go ahead and there you go, Miller.
No, show the clip. Show the clip.
All right, cool. Where is it at? Let's see.
Installing.
Is it?
No, I know who I'm gonna say. Don't worry.
Is it playing?
Oh
no.
Can you hear though?
Well,
I don't
it
know.
pauses routinely.
Oh no, I can't hear it.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold
no.
on.
Deaf. Falling on deaf ears. Unfortunate.
Oh.
Hold
It's
up.
gone forever.
I gotta.
No, take your time. Now I'm stalling.
There we go. All right, just don't talk. Y'all mind, baby? If y'all hear stuff, just don't talk for a second. All right. A question. I need a dissertation in the comments. What website do you go to get paid to troll like streamers having fun about stuff? You know, granted, you can dislike the game all you want to, but what website do you go to just troll and get paid for messing with streamers? Because otherwise, I have no idea why you do it. Because I mean, I would much rather do that than the job that I'm doing now. And let me know how much the rate is too.
Yeah. So I got a better question. Okay. When the fuck has that ever worked?
That was today.
Oh.
And the reason why that happened was because, because we was in there. Me and Stardust and a bunch of people was like not arguing, but like we was pissed off about the patch and whatnot. So he hopped in because he wanted to talk to people while things was going on and whatnot. And he just had a bunch of people. Oh, this game is trash. This game sucks. Oh my god. One dude had his name changed his name to like Jay Hates Criticism or something. And I'm just
That's
like,
the best they could come up with.
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty low bar.
How much do y'all get paid to come in here and rap people's dicks, my guy? Like, how much?
You know what?
I would love to know.
I'm willing to bet you Warner Brothers Games is paying them. I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
Sign me up for it. I would love to go to streamers chat and shit talk them or whatever. I would love to. I will put in my 2 weeks notice to see it today. Let them do that. Sign me up. Let me be QA, quote unquote, for WB, where they're going around and harass streamers that's playing anything but WB games. Like, what is it? How much is the rate? I need to know. We'll
have to ask the fine folks at DC who are definitely paying those people. Yep, you heard it here first. Yep.
And that's a scoop.
Disney pays off the reviewers for the movies, and Warner Brothers pays off, the trolls online to go after people who play Marvel games and to sabotage Marvel games. Because they're like, we can't win on the movies, but we can win on the games.
Hell yeah. That's the
All
strap.
right.
Tell me you wouldn't. If you didn't see somebody say that in a TikTok, you wouldn't be like, yeah, that's an opinion that I could believe exists. Like someone thinks that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there was people that like thought that I was getting paid from Avengers and stuff. I'm like, sir, I have 300 subs. You think that Avengers, like Chris Adams, is playing me?
I've got that comment like 100 times. Not even kidding.
I had
Fucking
to I had to show people my bed every night for the last 3 months to convince them I don't work for a company in California. I'm not joking. Like, I finally don't get that anymore. I finally don't get it anymore that I'm secretly a Crystal Dynamics employee. Finally.
That's crazy.
I
That is
actually recommend
crazy.
it. If you would like to get rid of that comment, you should absolutely do sleep streams for 3 months in a row. People will believe you.
That's a great
Yep.
call. A great call.
It paid for
I love
itself.
that he went slightly above the the minimum wage.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
You just know the boss is like, well, you know, we expect more than minimum work, so we give you more than minimum wage.
Mhm.
You know? Yeah.
I need to get the supervisor position. I need to
Yeah.
get that synchro get out of here. Okay, he needs sleep. You see that face? He's trying to go.
chilling,
He's
bro.
sleepy. He's sleepy. You know, he wants to go.
You do this at the end of every one. I'm fine.
I'm
Stop.
blaming you. Yes. I mean, listen.
I get the same thing.
I gotta be work till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So leave me alone.
Oh. Oh, okay, well, it's only
How they turn tables. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But no,
Oh, is it?
no. I'm messing with him. This is the thing we do every time. I blame the end of the show on him. You know, so won't nobody get mad at me. And you know, we end the show with me blaming Synchro for.
Oh, it's like those bars where like all the bartenders like play friends. And so when you come in single and you like watch them, you're like, "Oh my God, I want to like follow this story of like their interpersonal drama or like just their gentle ribbings, you know, like you're like, I would like another picture with one glass. Thank you."
Exactly, we do that. You know, that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait
know
until
those
we
bars
have
well.
You know what I need to do? I need to ask Sadot what loading screen loading screen he had, so I can just put that on there for every stream. Let's just put in the back. I ain't gonna be playing the videos. Gonna put that in the back and see what happens. See if I can get a couple hundred.
Probably.
I got a
You
rage.
should do that or advertise like Tab. They'll pay you. Tab will pay you. Tab is the Raid Shadow Legends of Soda. People don't know this, but it's true.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to get some like lights to put them in the background, but only
Ooh.
have blue.
Oh, you're gonna advertise the Democrats?
I
I don't know. I don't know. It's the only thing I can
Somebody in the chat knows why I say put, you know, have RGB lights and only use blue for every stream you see them in.
Oh, not Ninja.
No, God,
Oh,
no.
okay. Oh, well, I don't know.
I got
You
nothing,
know,
bro.
okay, no, it's High Ruler. It's High Ruler. But
Oh.
That's
Well, he has
bread.
made it now, so now he can afford to pay you.
yeah,
Yes, indeed.
There you go.
No, see, Ninja, if you didn't know, right? When the light is blue,
That means don't come in.
that
if the
means
doors are
he's
knocking,
ninja. That
don't
means
come,
he's ninja.
whatever,
He's
I don't know.
he's the family friendly
Wait.
ninja. When the lights are red, that's when he's ninja hyper, and that's the explicit streams where he cusses and stuff like that.
Okay,
Really?
the fact that you're not kidding, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
You're
I'm not sure if he still
serious.
do it now because I'm not gonna say he's washed up, but most people will say he's washed up. But in the same token, like everybody who said he's washed up,
Now he's fighting with Pokemon. Like, get
Yeah.
a life.
Yeah, I don't know.
everybody who
wild.
says he's washed up though is like,
Themselves washed up.
my man's is still making it's still
I
bringing
know.
9,950 more stream views than you, and you call them washed
Yeah.
up.
He could
Because he-
drift into irrelevancy in a free fall for the rest of his life, and he would retire making more than like 0.99% of people on the spot. You know what I mean? Like, oh
Okay.
yeah.
After dark, we're after dark, but like after show, you do realize that he could legitimately turn off the stream today and never come back and never have to worry about anything. That man made $60 million off of that Mixer deal. And he didn't
And
have to do whole
honestly,
2 years.
I hope he does turn the stream off. That's just me though.
Like at this point, he's
It's what
doing
I
it
would
for
do.
fun.
I'll
Like,
be honest.
bruh. But that's just the Mixer deal. Not to mention the Twitch stuff that he had, the damn all the sponsors and shit.
Imagine all the
man-
fucking t-shirts and coasters he's got lying around. Like seriously, imagine all the tchotchkes. He can
That
build a
damn book was
warehouse.
$35.
Alright.
I know I'm not the only person that bought it. So
I don't like that he's that one. I don't like it. Not that I have anything wrong with like there's anything wrong with him. It's just like I don't know.
yeah,
He's
I want
got
to see
the blue hair, but is he even a liberal? Like, you know
he
what I
lives
mean?
in,
I've got
he
issues.
lives in Illinois, so maybe.
Probably not.
Oh,
Hey,
maybe.
You want to see the funniest roast?
Of
Y'all
Ninja?
see the roast of him?
Oh, I might know the one you're talking
The
about.
Dr. Lupo one?
I believe so.
Why do you know all this? What is
Sir,
this?
sir, I was a big
He's a Ninja
Fortnite
super
person.
fan. This man is
Alright.
a tier 3 Ninja sub.
No,
Clearly.
if anybody was if I was a tier 3 for anybody, it was Dr. Lupo. That was the person. I only found out about Ninja by watching Dr. Lupo.
Why'd you buy the Ninja book?
Because
Why
there
Because
was
he
no
had a
Dr.
Ninja
Lupo
book.
book.
Exactly. There was no Dr.
There's not one? There should be. He would
Well,
make
there probably is
$25
now.
at least. True.
Let's see.
The Dr. Lupo book is just like
Bro.
it's a notebook. You know, you
Let me see, where
write
is
your
it
own
at?
story. I'm sure I know nothing about him. I have no idea who that is, but I bet you there's someone from his community who heard that joke and they're like, "That's a good one." I bet you $1,000.
Probably.
Yeah.
I would not take that bet. You never know.
I don't know. I just assume big
Hold
content
up.
creators
Where
have
is it
done
at?
and said pretty much everything. So you just take any stab in the dark and you've made a joke.
Good.
Huh?
Good
Like, oh
knowledge.
my god, do you remember the time with Ninja and
There
those
we go.
oranges?
I had to make sure because
Wow.
I'm not gonna watch the
Deep
whole
cut.
11. Oh,
Like, oh my god, when he thought he ended stream and then he squirted orange juice in his eye. And it's like, yeah, that's the one I meant. That one.
Yep.
You know, some shit
All
like
right.
that.
let's see. Hey, talk real quick. See if y'all can hear yourself.
I don't think so.
Testing. I mean, I can hear myself in my head.
Oh yeah, but me too. But okay, I want to make sure. All right, cool. Let's make sure this is loud enough. All right, cool.
Oh no.
Be prepared to hug this man when I'm done. You know, Tyler,
Please still love me.
if your streaming career ever comes to an end, you just let me know, especially if you want to keep the hair dye thing going, all right? Here's the plan. We'll start a circus sideshow. We'll dye it red, and we'll call you the human tampon.
Where's this coming from?
My man's had this baked in forever.
Where's Ben? Where is he?
This is from streaming with them.
Okay, that one girl losing her shit is the funniest part of that clip.
It's actually pretty cool. So, you know, a lot of the people here that are here in front of us are our viewers, which is what actually amazes me about you, Tyler, that you're up here, because most of your viewers are outside because of the age restriction.
Okay, that guy losing it too is the funniest part of that clip. Like, it's okay. I love the people who really want to get on camera. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, honestly, dude, hats off to you for the most
celebrity
elaborate,
shit.
longest-running Twitch rebrand I've ever seen. It honestly in history. I'm excited to pick up some sick human paintbrush apparel when it comes out, dude. And
not the crowd didn't even bite that one.
But if you guys didn't know, his actual first name is Dick. Which, it must be tough being named after your favorite celebrity body part to go after to gain popularity. Drake, Marshmello, Mark Cuban, who's next?
That's it. That's all I get. That's all I care about. That was it.
I
That's
I
the
love
only
the
100.
crowd.
They're just like, what are we doing here right now? Because it was supposed to be a roasting of Tim the Tap Man. And
Oh, but you get the whole dais. Yeah, you get the
yeah,
whole
you
dais.
gotta
And
get
then,
everybody.
you get through everybody, and then you get to the like. But enough about these losers. We're here to talk about the, you know what I mean? I love
Tim was
roast
drunk.
are
You
good.
could tell Tim was drunk as hell that
I
day.
mean, I would hope so. Having to sit around those
Yeah.
dumb fucks. But
Yeah, Lupo's the only one. Even like I remember one of my homies was like, we was joking because like we was talking about. That's when Ninja went to Mixer, and I always said, I said, hey, I'm leaving Twitch when Lupo leaves Twitch because Lupo said he's never leaving Twitch because it allows him to do his charity things, like do charity things like that. And then he got announced he was leaving, and so I kind of just messaged my friend, was like, hey, so I guess we're moving, huh? And he forgot that he said it, and I'm just like, we're going to YouTube, sir. But that was after I already went to YouTube, so I was like, it was just the me making him go to YouTube at that point.
Nice.
honestly, the war is a lot. And it's alive now as much as it was then. It's wild to see it still going so fiercely. Like, I don't think there's been a huge play since Ludwig, but like the ramifications from that are like still being felt. Like, I don't know. I really hope YouTube doesn't win the war. And if they do, I just hope that platform grows in specific ways that I would like it to. Because to me,
Yes.
like, Ludwig taking his content from Twitch over to YouTube and like he's immediately banned, like says it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't survive there with the way that it's laid out right now. I just couldn't. To say nothing of the fact that they have really weird VOD cutoffs, where at least Twitch
Yeah.
gives me 48 hours. You know,
Mhm.
I couldn't do YouTube.
Didn't Hyrule get like screwed on 20 hours or something? I think it was.
It's a 12-hour cutoff. It's weird.
It's 12 hours. Okay.
It's a weird
But
thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's weird because like special events or something can go past it. Like it's a soft limit
yeah,
that like
so strange. Like,
certain
why
accounts
even?
can get past it. And like you remember back in the day with YouTube where it was like, oh, you need to like have a verified account to upload videos, longer than 10 minutes. Like way back in the day, right?
yeah.
It's like that kind of bullshit, basically.
So I
That's
was a
weird.
YouTube partner in like 2008, and I got my channel taken away from me because I got a copyright claim for pictures that I took and music that I made from the illegitimate Fruity Loops, whatever that music studio thing.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
it,
yeah.
it wasn't even like a good song. It was just I didn't want to get copyrighted, so I just kind of made like some random stuff that kind of sounded like something, just to have it there for the
But the loops
pictures.
got struck.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
took it down. It was like, no, somebody. I'm like, who claimed this? I didn't copyright myself. What do you mean? And they took it. It was strict tail back then. I was
I mean,
like,
you've
oh,
seen those YouTube videos where like it's somebody's IRL and they've got like a cop car goes by and it gets struck like because it sounds like the cop car at the beginning of like a fucking Ja Rule video or something. Like what?
bruh.
Like you know what I mean? Like what? It's absurd. Like it's so broken. And it's the
Mhm.
problem with YouTube is that it's been built on top of broken for so long that to really get back in there, like that's a big ask. And for Christ's sake, they don't even have customer service. Like they literally don't have customer service. They have a forum that they would beg you to use where people fight for like the 2022 equivalent of Yahoo Answers points to be like, check the FAQ, like, and that's it. That's their customer service portal. Other than like an actual train group that they have that is not dealing with you pores, end quote,
Yeah.
kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
no
literally,
way.
when I hit 1,000, I have not gotten rid of this notification, so I'm going to read it now. It literally says, "Congratulations on the partner program. You can now monetize and contact customer support."
Right? Like it's just like
That's crazy.
it's absurd. So yeah, YouTube can go fuck itself in terms of like being the primary outlet of my content, unless it makes some changes, and it just might. Like it's
Yeah.
making some already. They really do want to win the war, so we'll have to see. But I'm kind of rooting for the other guy.
Twitch never will win the war, mainly because they were ahead, and the one thing that people ask for, well, two things now. The one thing that mostly people ask for is better discoverability. And they're just like, yeah. I think they started selling the boost to get boosted. You can.
Yeah.
I'm just like, so you
They made some weird
can.
choices.
So you mean to tell me you can provide discoverability, but you want us to pay for it?
Oh, but you see, that's what they don't tell you. There are ways to game it. There are ways to game it. There are things that you can do to make yourself more desirable to the algorithm. And one of them is manual ad rolls. Manual ad rolls make the algorithm suddenly a much bigger fan of yours with, when it comes to doling you out to potential new people. There's a whole, when you do this for 3 months, but I mean, even before this, I was seeing the patterns. But yeah, there are ways that you can play with it that are pretty sneaky. I mean, well beyond that, just like keywords and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
See,
There's a lot to it.
Oh yeah, Twitch is creatively bankrupt. I say with love.
Okay, yeah, I get that, and
I apologize. I have to sneeze.
I'm like,
I'm sorry. I'm so sick.
No worries.
exactly. Like, come on, man.
I'm
You've
sorry.
been doing that all
it's
day. You don't have to
my
apologize.
webcam microphone. I was like holding back a sneeze earlier. There's a webcam microphone. I couldn't mute it if I tried. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do.
I'm on YouTube and I make more videos than I do. Like, this is probably the only thing that I stream normally each week. Like, I might stream something else, but a lot of times I would much rather do a video than stream. It's just this. I like doing this. So
Give me 1 second really quick. I just gotta blow my nose really quick. You won't hear it.
Go for
I
it, dude.
promise you won't hear it. Oh
It
god.
don't matter.
High Ruler, shut up. Okay? Shut up and love me, sir.
Why? What do you mean?
No, I'm just messing with him. He's here, he's talking.
Why?
Because I love him. He's
Mean.
cool.
You're mean, Slip. What the heck?
Sir, I just went on a tirade about
Now you're mean to me.
about slapping people or whatever. And that's mean? What?
Yeah, that's the mean part. Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just love you, Slip. Is that enough?
Thank you. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. High Ruler, you love me? That's it. That's all I'm asking.
That was Artie.
I know. I already say he loves me. I need to hear High Ruler say it too.
He won't now. He
I'm
definitely
so
won't.
sorry. I'm sick as hell. I'm so happy I was even like well enough to do this in the first place.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here, man. It was a good show for sure.
I mean, if you see my stream
never-
the last
You
3
never shout
days,
out a creator. You should do that.
yes. Big shout out to a YouTuber I quite like named Kelly Party of Two. They are a husband and wife food review duo. The wife is actually the cousin of the 2 Cent chick Kathy, who I am a big fan of. And they've only got like a couple hundred subscribers. They're nobody, but they are somebody in my heart. If you like a little scuffed YouTube content, some food review content, maybe a little Southern flavor. The husband has a weirdly intimate relationship with one of their dogs. It's a lot. there's lore you gotta unravel. It's incredible.
Oh, I know what you. Okay, I know what
Yes,
you're talking
yes.
about. Okay,
Okay,
I
so
have to
it's
look and
like
see.
it's
Yeah.
husband and wife, and there's the wife, and she is just white knuckling it the whole time, like she's putting on a brave face because the husband negs. He negs constantly, needles the hell out of her, and she's just laughing through the pain. And then every so often, one of the dogs will come into frame, and it's not even like the dog kisses you and the tongue gets too close or something. You know what I mean? No. He like goes for the dog. Like he'll be like, and this is not just a grown man. This is like a Red Foreman type grown man, where it's like he is the head of the household. Like you respect the father, like that type. And there he is making out with the dog. You gotta see it. Kelly Party it too. It's got it all. It's got good food, scuffed YouTube content, very frequent uploads, and a weird family dynamic, and a lot of lore to unpack. You'll love it. Highly recommended.
Sounds like an adventure, that's for sure.
All right, we're gonna say this really quick before we go. Doom, you're the best, dog. We love you too, brother.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and head out, guys. If anybody who's on YouTube, go finish watching the homeboy Miller.
Oh, me.
Hey, finish it there so you can get it. There you go. I'm guessing if you want to rate them, you cool, but it's all good. Otherwise, we will see you guys next week. We're probably we're doing our Moon Knight what's the word? Review?
Moon Knight review.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. This comes out in about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it does. Do I want to go to sleep early or do I want to?
Or 4
We'll figure it
hours.
out.
4 hours.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
What's shaking, people?
Nope. Say bye.
Oh, bye everybody. Thanks for watching.
I
Thanks for
heard you
having
cut
me
it
on.
off. All right,
No,
all
I
right.
was just saying bye everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. And this time around, it's Snip and Synchro. Let's go! You can't stop. Synchro and Slip Shot. You rocking with the homies of Asgard. You can't stop. Synchro and Slip Shot. You rocking with the homies of Asgard. You can't stop. Synchro and Slip Shot. You rocking with the homies of Asgard. You can't stop. Synchro and Slip Shot. You rocking with the homies of Asgard.